Ooh.
This is ridiculous.
Ride.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do.
One ring to rule them all. Oh. Wrong show.
Oh, Mari ring. Squid. It's fried squid.
Do I have time to go drop a big Stevie?
No! No, you don't! We have these special guests on tonight's Creep.
Could I at least piss on a goblin?
I don't even know if you're speaking English, you fool. Oh God, this is this stupid dance song in it. Oh my God. Special guest, wait till you see how Luc ruins a wonderful opening.
It's literally like everything in my... Watch him do something and then watch him screw it up terribly.
See, it's really going somewhere, right? Special guest, you might be muted. I haven't heard your voice. You're welcome to speak. Or you can just stay quiet.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fine.
muted.
Whatever you like. He's muted.
He's mutated?
Going somewhere. It sounds like it's going somewhere, doesn't it? Like, you're excited now, aren't you, special guest? Whose name nobody will know.
Yes, I am excited.
It's like, oh, these guys are gonna do it, and then here it goes. Here it goes. This show's
It's still cool for a little bit. Oh, you're right.
Nope.
This is what we came in for.
Yeah.
What is
Let's
wrong
go
with
now.
him? Mr. Special Guest? What is wrong with him? Maybe that should be your new name from now on, Mr. Special Guest.
Dude, that's not bad.
I don't like hate it as much as I did, but what is this? It's not a brand at all.
Oh, listen. Oh, because this is what we came here for.
What? Came here for what? A gay sex party?
Perhaps. You never know.
Out of the cave that was in balloons and men's bubbles.
Whatever you find creepy.
Special guest, you're not going to try to kiss me, are you?
No.
Okay, good.
Oh, this doesn't make you move. It must be my Hispanic blood. Just makes me move. This gets me pumped up. Pump.
I don't believe a word you're saying, you creep. You've done this to troll me. That's what it is. This is some sort of bizarre twisted troll.
Are we sure this hasn't been a year and a half of trolling?
No. Said it day one, you fucking baboon. So you failed your game.
Oh, there's been all sorts of chaos. Who's the true chaos agent?
Chaos. This isn't chaos. It's all orchestrated. Obviously, I'm the Goblin King. I am the least and the most vital spot of them all. I am the alpha and the omega of Michael Scott. Now then, where did it go? Then the music just disappears. This is fucking stupid.
That must have been messed up. Oops. Yeah, you're right. That was
It's that time, everybody. Time for the exciting, fantastic, and wonderful Night Creeps Halloween special. Ah, blah, meh.
So what do you think about
Halloween
like?
voices special guest?
Oh, hey, special guest. That's his name, special guest.
Yes, I am the special guest.
What do you
Sorry,
guys think
guys,
about lycanthropy?
I knew you were gonna start there, weren't you, little fucking jerk off? Werewolf.
Lycanthropy, yeah, I'm indifferent about it.
Great. I've just had a whole thing. Never mind. Whatever.
Yeah, I could really care less too.
Bastards. Bastards.
Fucking tits cock. Here we go. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I was trying to get all this shit together. It's been very difficult. All right, you ready to start the party?
I'm always in party mode, so let's go.
Yeah.
This is what we came here for.
This is the dancing is right. I mean, it's kind of like Hawaii 5-0, which was the theme because this is our 50th episode. But
Wow.
it is also fallen on Halloween. So now it's also the Halloween special. Hence, we all decided to dress as Don Johnson. Charles is as well, but he refuses to come on camera because he's a special guest. He's dressed as Don Johnson because he's a little jerk, though. He won't come on camera. Jerk. He won't show his sweet Don Johnson outfit. He looks the best of us all. But
Yes, I'm sure I do.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
He got the actual wig, not just like this, whatever the hell's going on with Jesus.
Well, I mean,
gotta get it.
I did
Oh my
recently
God.
shave my head, so. I mean,
Hey, I actually cut my hair off for this part. I mean, Jiminy's. I cut my hair to Don Johnson hair just for this.
Looks good. Looks great. Yeah.
The most special of the specials.
These fucking glasses.
Let's check in with those comments. We've got Richard
no,
Kish, who unfortunately cannot be here with us. Says night creeps and Halloween go together like peanut butter and jelly, and that's creepy because today I just watched Tasting History, one of my favorite homosexual YouTube cooking shows. Or they're run by homosexual. It's a homosexual. I'm being very. So I just watched Tasting History do a history of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich today. So it's kind of creepy, Richard Kish, you little hacker piece of shit.
Oh, so there's a history of peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly time. Yeah, no more dancing.
oh my God. Are you going to dress up in a banana suit and do the dance?
Hey, spoilers, Charles. That's the next arc around here.
Whoa.
Don't speak about 2024 just yet, Nostra special guest.
Oh boy.
Anyway, Richard Kish, he unfortunately couldn't join us this evening because he's sick, which sucks because we had a wonderful role for him in tonight's production. That's right, folks. We brought you a live production tonight. A live play. We haven't done one of those since the FGTZ days, huh?
FGTZ days.
You notice I'm struggling to like
I can't stop laughing. I just can't stop.
Are you on some kind of drugs or something? Anyway, we're gonna get to that. Richard had a pivotal role, but unfortunately, one of us will have to play it. Probably special guest can play it. That'll probably work out the best. So that sucks. He's a terrible man, Richard Kish, but get well. Happy Halloween to you. Lucky you're jacked up on Twix. That's what she calls her Asian husband's penis. Tiny like a Twix bar. But at least it works. Got her all jacked up. George Jefferstein says, And then we have Neil Rigger, probably funny because it rhymes with, says, hell y'all. Italian prick. It's Joey C, isn't it? Joey Cantilano.
Oh, hey, Joey, how you doing, hey, Joey? Remember me? Remember me from jail? I'm dead now. Remember me?
Christ on a crotch rocket. I'd really like to see that.
Christ
My
on a
God.
crotch rocket? Well, what about a Jesus? I could probably call up a cousin.
No, we've all seen a Jesus on a crotch rocket. Okay, so we got a V. I guess there was a reason I stayed up tonight. You goddamn right. Plus, it's Halloween, you baboon. So if I create, no, not if it's like what Luke does, that ridiculous, horrible garbage. I like your silly little bowl.
Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Let's
What's
see
this?
the horror that
That
is
doesn't
Luke.
matter anymore. It's after midnight. It's not Halloween anymore.
Yes, it is. It's still
In the West Coast-
Halloween.
West Coast.
The special started during Halloween. It's
Still
still
in this-
Halloween.
Great land of Oz. Still hot.
Okay,
Still.
all right.
And Becky,
Fair.
I'm not going to show your comment because that would be doxing. Special guest will have a Don Johnson OnlyFans, and you'll refer to him as a special guest from henceforth, please. We thank you so much, and everything else we'll worry about later. So, how you doing? Keep holding the ball. You're just gonna keep pointing the ball.
Look,
You do a performance art.
It's a wolf. See, it's a wolf. I was talking about lycanthropy earlier, right? Is that a wolf? This is from the
guest,
Witcher.
We just let
This
him
is
get
from The
through his
Witcher.
stupid fucking werewolf thing.
I don't have any werewolf thing. I don't.
He's DMing me. I've been reading up on werewolves.
Okay.
He's like, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm writing a script. I'm like, I read about some werewolves. Does that help? Are we?
What did I say? I didn't say nothing. I said that was about a totally different stuff when I compared myself to Jesus Christ. So I don't even get on that. Walker Sorensen says, Happy Halloween, everyone. And happy Halloween from 3 Don Johnsons to you. So, okay, I thought you had a whole bunch of werewolf nonsense.
Well, I want to ask you. So, Halloween is all about monsters and goblins and ghouls, but there are the
Ghouls.
not gooks. I didn't say that.
No, ghouls.
Jesus. Come on.
Fucking kids.
And monsters. And the monsters within us all, and these are the classic ones, right? Yeah. Now, I wonder which one of these is actually the oldest monster.
The oldest monster is not on there.
He said which one of these special guests. Of these, it was in the sentence.
Of these, I would probably have to say it'd be the Phantom of the Opera.
You know what? You might be right. Well, let me say he's gonna go werewolf. Come on. His whole bit is about.
Well, no. What
werewolves.
about the Mummy? Is it a mummy?
Because that was a revered thing. It wasn't like this is what this one says.
Okay, fine. It's
Oh.
either Phantom of the Opera or the Mummy. It's one of the two.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be. Well, it's not Dracula because you don't mean vampires, do you? And are you talking this specific iteration? Because again, if you're gonna try to say lycanthropes or some shit for the Wolfman, well then guess what? There were water creatures way back. We can go to Japanese, like ancient Japan, and we can call the creature the oldest.
Of the Universal monster movies, the very first one I think they ever did was The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, but number one, he's not on there. Number two, Luke has just not been Skull Luke. What does it even mean? Skalook. Skalook, you big Skalook. That's what his name says, people. You need to fucking clarify the criteria of your questions, sir.
What do you mean? Like okay.
What I mean is what I mean is what I mean. You can fucking like he said. Special guest said this is the oldest fucking one is the Hunchback of the Universal monsters. You got a picture of all Universal monsters. Hunchback is not on there. So obviously that's not the question. If we were going with who was on there, it would be Phantom of the Opera. According to
no.
Whedon, as if they're universal monsters.
No,
But if we're going on their general monsterdom, invisible men, water creatures, those are probably older than the rest. Is what I'm saying.
No, it's the Wolfman. The Wolfman is the oldest monster. The oldest
You're
that's been
insane.
considered
Prove
a
it.
monster. Okay.
Prove your homework.
The story Beowulf mentions a man getting turned into a wolf, which is kind of like a werewolf. Okay. Also, in ancient Greece, there were also a bunch of stories about that. If you look in Germany, and especially, there was a guy who in the 1500s claimed that for 20 years he was a vampire and went around killing little children and women and animals, and they pretty much, they put him to death, but he confessed to it. So, I mean, this being something that happened in it's 14 or 15, I can't remember which one it was. The Wolfman, I mean, really is kind of like the oldest of these that's been considered a monster. Like Dracula, I guess, is Dracula the first vampire?
No.
No. Dracula is not the first vampire. He's just the most well-known vampire.
So maybe there's a little. I don't know how old the vampire actually is.
I'm going according to Wikipedia. The first, according to this, the first recorded MonsterVerse, like Universal Monster movie, was released in 1931, and that was Dracula. The Wolfman didn't come out until 1941, 10 years later. Yeah.
But I mean, the monster in general, like even the Phantom of the Opera was probably written about many years ago, but then became a movie in, between 30s and the 50s or so. Most of these came out probably before the 60s at least, right?
The last Universal Monster movie that came out was The Creature Walks Among Us, and that came out in 1956.
56. Oh, so that's when they stopped.
Well, you know what?
Movies.
I can actually, while I find evidence to back up my claim that water creatures and such are
water
among the
creatures.
oldest,
I mean, we're talking about.
But wait, listen to me. I found something to back up your claim, not directly. While it doesn't state werewolves, the very first known pictures of monsters or anything that human beings have ever created were actually of human-animal mixes. Men with lion heads, men with antlers, the whatchamacallit, the one, what's the horse with the human body? Shit like that.
Centaur.
Probably not a centaur. They were probably more like different animal heads on human bodies. That's what you'll find in cave drawings and shit. So those are anthropomorphic animals, are the first monsters technically. So that's like a werewolf.
And then Disney kind of took that idea and turned it on its head, right? They went, it used to be if an animal's anthropomorphic, it was scary as shit. But then they started making animals look a little bit more like humans in their cartoons. And I feel like it made a lot of people more sympathetic to animal. Like they almost feeling like a animal has more intelligence than it really does.
Jim, the word you're looking for to describe creatures, what you just described, is called therianthropes.
That's correct. I was just about to say that, actually.
Yeah, they're called therianthropes.
Now we're getting too deep for me.
Yeah. I did research into it many years ago.
I started watching the Wolfman movie today because I was just, when I was a kid, because of what was it? Teen Wolf 2. Because of Teen Wolf 2, I was going to be a werewolf.
Nobody has ever said that sentence.
For 5
because
years.
Of Teen Wolf 2, I ... Never uttered before.
Wait, they did a sequel.
See, this is what we
Teen
do
Wolf?
here, folks, on Night Creeps. Firsts all the time. Yes, Charles. It starred Jason Bateman.
You don't know. Oh man, and it, dude, that killed his career for until Arrested Development. I think you didn't hear from him, and that's how good that movie was. It was a boxing movie, Wonderful, wonderful. A wolf boxing college kids in the ring with yeah.
Teen Wolf 2, and the 2 is spelled T-O-O. All for
Because he also
sake.
is a wolf.
Yes, it is a 2. I mean, not only look, I think it's a good movie personally. I enjoyed it. But not only did it set the trend of like sequels that suck, it also set the trend of don't write 2 for 2. T-O-O for 2.
It's already been done, and it wasn't done well. But I did no, Teen Wolf 1 was it came out at the right time for me, and because I share a birthday with Michael J. Shaky, it kind of made me want to.
Yeah, but he was in part
Be him.
1, so that's
I'm just that. Yeah,
proves
because
you're
that was
lying.
that was a joke. We do bits here. We do some bits.
JB Floyd says, "Hey, did I miss anything interesting? We've been going for 20 minutes, JB Floyd. What do you think?"
Of course, everything was interesting. Every second, every moment, you have to rewind and watch over and over again. Me, what? Hey, what? What?
I was saying what you said.
Okay.
Becky, Zen's producer, rather, says Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit, is just as good, if not better, than the original.
So is it legitimately good, or is it like so bad that it's good?
She's a woman. What does she know?
Do you mean Teen Wolf 2?
No,
It's
no,
so
no.
bad
I'm
that it's
talking
good.
about. Zen producer's comment saying like Sister Act 2.
No, it
This-
actually is really good.
Because I saw the original Sister Act, never saw the sequel.
Well, basically, she starts being the head of a kids choir or like a teenage choir. So there's a lot younger kids, very good sounding choir music. Yeah, it's a very good movie, actually.
Okay, well, enough discussion about Sister Act 2.
I mean, it sucks because it's about God and nuns who are about the devil and all that kind of stuff.
Devil.
Beelzebub and Diabluk. We're devils. We're evil.
Well, you have a graphic for that. Okay. Of course you do.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's enough.
of course you have a graphic for that. Because here at Night Creeps, you are always prepared.
Damn it, I didn't have my mic on. I was saying, you need no border. Would you be more prepared so that like it could flash it and then we can go. That's what I was doing all. Speaking of exorcisms and sequels that suck, I saw The Exorcist Believer. It was just as boring as the original. I fucking hated it.
Wait. I thought you liked the original Exorcist.
So did I, but I watched it as well yesterday, and it was as boring as I thought it had its elements, but even let Jesus fuck you and your mother sucks cocks in hell, stuff like that. It just didn't fly. I mean, really, it's just it's like these boring movies, and then a girl with a bleeding crotch screaming, I fucked your mother. Literally, both this and the new one. Like, that's the big scenes is just like, in that one, it's when she's stabbing herself in the crucifix.
Let me get a double-sided cross.
In the second one, they just go to the crotch and there's like a pool of just blood just starts expanding on the gown. And it's just like, that's the movie, really. Like, and then reboot didn't even have Pazuzu, although I couldn't pay much attention. I gotta be honest. You gotta really look for that.
See, I was already told certain things about this new Exorcist movie, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch this.
I will say that one of the two girls did look a lot like Linda Blair, but they underutilized her. Look, everything that happens was a fail. I read the book, The Exorcist. It's a lot more about the priests and the Jesuits, and it's really about these three priests. And of course, the movie hints on all of that. But the death of the one priest, the other priest getting possessed and jumping out the window, and then the third priest being left behind, it doesn't pay off in the movie the way it does in the book, because the movie focuses too much on the mother and daughter situation, when really they're just a case that these priests of varying degree of faith, you know, the one priest is like, he's just had enough with his faith because he's seen enough. The other priest is just they're all questioning in one way or the other for different reasons, you know what I mean? Or they're having different struggles with their faith. And this exorcism brings them together and helps them find the true spirit of God, even in death and tragedy. But that's not what the movie really delivered. And this one, it kind of built itself off of some of the failures of the original Exorcist, if that makes sense. Like, spoiler alerts, if you don't want to hear it, it'll take 3 seconds to cover your ears. There's a priest who there's a bit of a build up to, and then he is killed unceremoniously. It's supposed to be the big shocker. And again, it doesn't pay off, because for that to matter the way they want it to, you really have to have all the book story of the priests from the first fucking movie. So it's just a hunk of shit. Both of them. And that was that. Should have left it at when I just said it was boring. Shouldn't have engaged me. That review was about as boring as.
Yeah, no, it's a good cautionary tale.
Don't watch that movie.
Yeah, there's I don't know. I mean, I got plenty of other Halloween themed movies to watch, and I'm not talking about the actual Halloween movies, because I just recently finished those movies.
I just watched Kills right before this. I watched Kills and Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, fuck that fucking movie. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, they talk about a time warp, so of course you're going to hate it. He hates time travel.
Oh my god. No.
He's like, not again with this time warp business.
It's not just
mess everything up. Haven't these transvestites ever heard of the butterfly effect?
No, it's not. It's not just that. No, it's also the
fact
that
put some pants on, Tim Curry.
It's also the fact that it's a goddamn musical, and
it's so good. The music in it, it's so good.
No, it's not. It's oh my god.
I'm a sweet transvestite.
From transsexual Transylvania.
I hate that movie with a passion. Oh my god, I hate that movie so much.
You're a little jerk, is what I gotta say, because that movie is fan-fucking-tastic.
You never went into the theater with the toilet paper and the toast and the Oh, you have? Okay.
I have. I went to a convention one time with one of my cousins.
I'm fucking jealous.
They were doing that. They did that. They displayed the movie, and they had the people on the stage acting out scenes from the movie, or certain scenes from the movie. And they had this guy dressed up in the outfit similar to Tim Curry, and they were doing the moments.
Similar. It's never correct, though.
Never correct, but yeah, people were dancing along with the music and everything, and I already had said that I do not want to participate in this, and my cousin was like, I don't fucking care, you're going.
Oh no.
And I was like, god damn it, it's just they pretty much dragged me into the auditorium kicking and screaming. And I was like standing there, and I just stood there with basically my arms crossed, just watching the whole thing play out. And I was completely miserable the whole time. I hated every second of it.
Yeah, that's quite involved for going to something like that.
In the comments, a little to where did that Frankenfurter touch you, special guest?
Oh my god.
Because that also ties into my first Rocky Horror experience, or
there you go.
My Rocky Horror experience that never was. So big fan always of the show. Ended up meeting a bunch of friends of our crew, like somebody we knew, a girl, her little brother was like a theater nerd and hung out with all of the Rocky Horror kids and all of these they were kind of weirdos, you know, like the bleach blonde. Yeah, keep pointing at Luke. Anyone who saw his appearance on his first when his band The Bind, Fender Bender, they played Fender Bender on In Hot Water with his fucking frosted tips. Anyhow,
It brought me here. Those frosted tips brought me here.
You're goddamned right. So these kids, they were all like, "Oh, we're going to see Rocky Horror," and I was like, "Ah, I want to go. I'm a big fan." I was a part of the cool crowd. So they were like, "Ooh, yeah, you gotta come. You've never been there. Oh, everyone's gonna love you." Like this, they're going, "A virgin. Ooh, you're a virgin." They're gonna write virgin on your head, and somebody's gonna pull you into a hall. And then no, they're gonna write virgin on your head. And then my friend, special guest has met him, London. He goes, "Someone's gonna pull you into the bathroom dressed as Dr. Frankenfurter and rape you." And then I was like, I looked over to this one kid, the little brother of this girl, and he's like a super gay looking kid. And I was like looking at him like, "Is that true?" And he goes, "Yep," like excited, like yeah, like that's a selling point. I was like, "Oh, I'm not going there."
Like that's the selling point.
Yeah, you're gonna get raped. We're gonna write virgin on your head and rape you. I'm not going there.
Is that great?
I'm not gonna.
This is what we do. Every third Thursday of the month, this is what we do.
I just want to do the time warp, man. I don't want to get raped by a grown man in a bathroom.
Now pull your knees in tighter.
Oh boy. Oh god damn it.
So
the music is fantastic.
When I was overseas on a military base, Rocky Horror Picture was a thing, and I think it was once a month. They would do it at the theater late at night, and all the teenagers and some of the young sailors, which was a weird thing because we mixed with them a little bit. Well, yeah, because you joined.
You danced with the sailors? Did you just say?
No, I didn't. No. But 18, 19, 20-year-old sailors sometimes end up hanging out with the 16, 17, 18-year-old girls that are in high school, and it gets kind of weird, And then sometimes your buddy's cousin is stationed in the same place, so you get free cigarettes, and as long as you go over to their barracks room and your other friend brings the Beavis and Butthead tapes that he got from his cousin. Anyway, I don't think anything weird happened. I can't remember it all, but...
Well, that sounds... Like
we used to do
story about Luke getting raped. I don't know
what. No. That's not. That's
so. Let's read some comments. Y'all need Jesus from V.
Yes, you're right. I'm gonna call
Tubby
my
says,
cousin.
"I watched The Devil on Trial. Hilarious ending. The entire thing is attributed to a sleep medicine taken off the market. Not kidding. Is this a fucking Halloween movie? This is a documentary, isn't it? Is he being just a little jerk or what?
No idea.
Never heard of this film. Sounds like my second honeymoon," says JB Floyd. I think he was talking about the bleeding crotch.
The closet?
Earlier. We're talking about the crotch blood. I want to watch Saw X. Charles, fuck your caca. Special guest. What was your final verdict on Saw X? Good movie?
It was a very good movie. It was a fantastic addition to the Saw franchise.
Apparently...
I was very pleased with the movie. I was very pleased.
Apparently, JB Floyd had a similar experience to yours, except he politely declined the offer.
That's not what he was talking about.
Oh, okay.
He was talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. Yeah. Taz says, "What's up? Happy Halloweeners, gang. Wieners." All right. What's next on the agenda, guys? We trick or treating. That's right. Special guest had some costume talk too. Trick or treating.
Yeah. Am I going to be telling the story of Halloween?
Let me segue into it. So trick or treating. I've realized today that as a 40-plus-year-old man, under 45,
still,
he needs
between 40 and 45-year-old man, I've gone trick or treating probably 99%. I think every single year. I don't think I missed a single year. If I did, it's 1 year my entire life. I've gone trick or treating every single year. And that's like the benefit of having chillins, I guess.
Yes. That is
What's your
one nice
stupid
thing.
face all about, stupid face? What's your stupid
Just
face
listen.
about, stupid face?
I'm listening.
Yeah, you're listening. It's real cool. I would prefer you just have a different listening face. I think your listening face is aggressive. I feel this is an attack.
It's a distracting listening face. I'm just so handsome.
No, it's an
Okay,
aggressive
continue.
little jerk listening face.
I
You're
only
just
have
jealous because I
only
have the better
one
Don
question.
Johnson costume. Sorry, special guest. What did you say?
I only have one question. Why so serious?
I don't even know.
I mean, it's a reference to
I know what it is. Shh. So you had some stories, huh?
yes.
Good. Why don't
Okay.
you start those while I make a cup of coffee?
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
but my very first Halloween, which I believe I was definitely younger than 10 years old, probably
Okay.
younger than 8 as well. I'm thinking maybe 7 years old at the time. I was
That was your first one?
yeah, my very first Halloween that I remember.
Okay.
My very first Halloween that I remember.
Okay.
But
I was gonna say, what the fuck?
I dressed up as Spider-Man.
Hmm.
Like that was my very first Halloween costume that I remember.
Very popular.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Very popular.
Yeah, but I'm ever since then I've been a big fan of Spider-Man. Like he's my favorite Marvel superhero. It's just like I've loved Spider-Man ever since I was a kid. And I dressed up as Spider-Man, and during that particular Halloween, we got hit with at least in the area, we got hit with a pretty bad winter storm. And there was like the snow had like went up pretty high, and
boy.
due to the snow being pretty high, I think they said that children were not allowed.
You don't say.
Children were not allowed to walk on the side of the road because they just wouldn't be able to do it safely to be able to go from house to house.
Snowbanks and yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. So what we
Do you know how
did,
terrifying it is to drive on a goddamn Halloween?
yeah,
Those
but
little
what-
motherfuckers better stay properly on the sidewalks.
Yeah. So what we didn't have sidewalks. There wasn't. We live in a rural area. There were no sidewalks.
You then walk on the mud patch, you little jerk.
Yeah. So what we did is we had a neighbor that offered to and don't worry, we all knew this guy and he was very friendly with the entire community. We had no issues with him.
Too friendly.
It wasn't like that. But what happened is he had a pickup truck. And the pickup truck had a back bed that had a cover over
This,
top
are you
of it.
sure the story ain't going that way?
I am sure.
In the
Let
bed
me
of a
tell the
truck
story.
with a cover.
Apologies.
It had a roof over the bed of the truck, and there was like around, I don't remember the exact number of how many kids were sitting back there. But what happened is we would drive slowly on the road, and we would go from house to house,
Oh.
and we would stop at every house, and then we would get out of the bed of the truck, and we would go up to the house, grab our candy, get back into the truck, and then move on to the next house. And then at the end of the evening, when everybody's ready to go home, he would then take us to our houses, and then we would collect our candy, and we would probably end up getting a massive stomach ache from all the candy that we would eat. And yeah,
Now,
that was pretty-
at any point after eating the candy, did all you kids get real sleepy and a little?
no,
Okay, just making
nope,
sure.
none of that shit happened. Nope.
No parts of this that you don't remember.
No, just nothing bad happened. Nothing.
I can
bad
imagine all those kids in the back though just ravaging not each other, the candy as they get, because there's no adults in the back, probably it's just all kids, so as soon as
It
they
was all
jump in
kids. There were two adults in the cab of the truck. I believe it was the guy and his wife. They were both in the truck driving it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't well, okay, so I lived all in different places that didn't snow, but since I've been here in Mass, it hasn't snowed during October, but today was a very brisk Halloween.
Well, the thing is that this was like many years ago, and it hasn't snowed like that in this area in a very long time. It hasn't.
Yeah.
So
Like at all.
Now,
yeah.
now, I did step away for a moment to start my coffee. Was this all part of the? You said your first. We're still on first Halloween costume, right?
Yes, but I pretty much I pretty much finished the whole story.
Well, I'll tell you my first Halloween costume. I actually can't remember. It's kind of a debate. My whole early childhood was like a Halloween costume because I used to dress like Michael Jackson. This is dead ass. I wore the white
Corey.
rhinestone glove, the red leather. I'm talking. I was like 4, from like 4 to 8. I dressed like Michael Jackson. The shoes, the glove, the leather pants, the jacket, fucking shirt. Constantly, I was a tap dancer. I was a break dancer. I used to moonwalk. I was a homosexual child. I guess I was. So that might have been a costume. I don't know. But I don't remember what the costume was. My first couple of costume memories, one of them was being very upset that it was so tight you could see my penis. And my grandmother saying, nobody's going to look at a little boy's penis. And I'm like, they're all going to be looking at my penis. I just said it in that voice too.
Please, everyone, look at my penis.
No, I wasn't asking. Anyway. And then I also remember being dressed as no, this is the same thing. I think it was I had like a cardboard box, but the bottom half was just green pantyhose and like my underpants. So like it was very awkward. Yeah. And then I also remember being Freddy Krueger for like 5 years straight.
Yeah.
I would always get a new glove. I had the full mask, the half mask, the paint. I was Freddy Krueger for so many years straight.
Yeah, well, who doesn't love Freddy Krueger? Yeah, I mean, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, well, he's a kid raper. I mean, that's
not what I'm
wrong.
talking about.
I'm not saying that. Who doesn't love him? He's a kid raper. I'm saying that's the craziest thing is he was on yo-yos. Like when you grew up in our time, Freddy Krueger was such a cultural phenomenon that it's so crazy to think that he was a fucking kid killer.
Yeah,
it's funny that kid killer rhymes with chinchilla. 2 totally different words.
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4.
Of course you would go there, you sycophant.
Look, I mean, I'm still pissed off that they made that change to Freddy Krueger in the remake. I don't like that they did that.
What did they do? Because I remember they implied he might have been a good guy, but then flipped the script and showed you, no, he was definitely a kid killer and raper.
Yeah, it's just I did not like that they did that because in the original movies, there was no, like, at least from what I remember, there was no, like, hinting that he
his
did.
Love for his own daughter, the way he would creep up behind her and like grab her shoulder and shit in the scenes. It was certainly implied, though the actress did not really convey that drama as the adult version of his daughter. I think that was Alice, right? I don't recall. I think Freddy's Dead.
Yeah, that's Freddy's. That's Nightmare on Elm Street 6. I think.
Yeah, she didn't really convey the emotions of somebody whose father had fucking raped her. So it was never directly stated. You are correct there.
It's just I don't know. It's just I never got
It's a horror flick.
I never got that impression from him. I never did. I always thought that that it was more or less about power. It was about power for him. That there was no sexual component about it.
Speaking of sexual components, I can never show these comments. Like 1 out of 10 comments I can show. They're either about killing fucking the government or fucking having sex with Hermione.
Don't fucking say it. Don't.
Hermione?
The words Hermione Poon is in his comment. I mean, Jesus Christ. You're giving Asians a bad name, V. Stop Asian hate.
Don't fucking. Oh my god. Oh, damn it.
All right, hold on, everyone. Luke's gonna do a bit. Go ahead.
What?
And after this bit, we're gonna show you something truly terrifying, guys. We're going to view the morning show with Kai and friends. No, we're not doing that. That's not happening. We're doing a live play for anyone who's just joined in. The first time since the Wizard of Oz FGTZ days. And this time it's been written to be long enough to actually complete in one single fucking session. It's really short. Play is even a bad word. We're just doing a little thing, okay, you idiots. A little Halloween fun for you guys. Jeez. You always asking for so much. So what now? What was your bit? That was it? That was it?
I was just
It's
picking
over?
up my skull.
You
and
have,
I
now you
figured,
have a
okay.
skeleton head and a skeleton head's eye.
What?
You have the skeleton head inside of this. Can't believe you're making me say that sentence a second, now third time.
No, that was there
You
the
have
whole time.
Yeah, but you were just holding. It looks dumb. Looks all right. It's freaking me out.
No, this is the other one. This is
What's your first Halloween costume memory?
I'm pretty sure it was the one I remember. It's Dracula. I think I was a vampire. I'm pretty sure. So it went, and that was that for a couple of years, I think in a row. And then I probably went, I switched around a little bit. I think I had a oh, you know what? There might have been a He-Man mask. Those plastic.
I had
Masks.
that mask. I'm not sure I ever was him for He-Man. I definitely had the mask and made the underwear.
Oh, made it what out of like
Mm.
thistles outside or something?
Mhm.
Bristles and
I don't recall, but I certainly listen. I'm from an Italian household, so we had. You don't think you don't think we had thistles around in abundance? I mean, there's
Just
thistles,
loose
in
thistles
Italian
everywhere. It
houses.
was great. Yeah, you could make all kinds of stuff. Brooms. We had so many brooms. Other than that, I can't remember. But you know what? We're talking about trick or treat and all that. So I went to this house today. They had, it was a specific one that the boys wanted to go to. So because you spin this wheel and then you can pick up 3 or 4 prizes depending on what you spin on the wheel. So it's pretty cool. Little toys and stuff they got. It was nice. And candies and whatever. And then I walk over and they have a bowl and they say, "Oh, this is for the adults." And they have like shots, so I got a root beer McGillicuddy and they're like, take a few. And then I got a Smirnoff peach lemonade. It's like, holy crap. And then they also had a little walk around the back of the house where you got scared by some teenagers, but my kids they chickened out. They got past all the animatronics and they didn't want to go in the back. They were like, no, we gotta leave. All right.
Okay, all right. Zen's producer is asking the question that I've been itching to
Ignore
ask
her.
this whole stream.
Ignore her
Uh-oh.
because we're just gonna have to get to the fucking play then and finish this other stuff afterwards. If questions like that are gonna keep coming, stay tuned. All questions will be answered.
I want to know, what's the question? What?
Well, read the chat, you fruit. We're not gonna say it on the air. I literally just cut off Charles, you fucking weirdo.
I don't even know where the chat is anymore.
All right, fine.
No. We starting?
Yeah,
Well, look, if we're gonna start, we got to address a few elephants in the room. One, as I already said, Mr. Richard Kish has a quite prominent role that had to be last minute rewritten. So one of us, Mr. Special Guest, will play the character for Richard Kish. Also, actually, we're putting a lot of weight. There's 2 ghosts. I am the first ghost. You are the second ghost, Luke.
Okay.
We are obviously Jim and Luc. I'll be the stage direction quote.
You don't want to switch?
Narrator. You could be Jim and I could be Luke because
no.
I mean I was being a little greedy and I didn't really. I tried hard to give you the lines, but Your character just wasn't demanding. I don't know. He was acting more like I don't know.
Like a sidekick.
Kind of,
Like,
sort of, yeah.
you know, like a second mic.
My really
Kind of
good
a,
lines.
you know, just like a
Kinda.
little couple like nasty little lines here and there, like really poking
And then
at
Mr.
people,
Stone.
Like
I don't.
the most horrible ones.
I don't know where Mr. Stone went. There was a role written for him. Luckily, the role is redundant. This thing was written in a few hours. Literally fresh off the press. The ink is still wet.
What a guy!
Between
What
8 and 11 tonight. Even saying those 3 hours, it'll sound like too long once you hear it. But Stone, who did say he was going to be around, is not. So the character that Mr. Special Guest and Mr. Stone play are kind of redundant. So we'll just mix them together. Anytime it says Mr. Stone, just say Charles W., the name of that other character. Or, just call him Mr. Special Guest. Anytime you see that name, Charles, just say Mr. Special Guest. And Mr. Special Guest, anytime you see a line for Mr. Stone, just read it as your own, all right? Because it's not like your character has a crazy amount of lines or anything. We'll figure it as we go. I mean, I guess it's better than somebody playing Stone. Nobody wants to be accused of offensive caricatures. Okay, you got a skeleton on your shoulder. What's next? I'm looking at you. What is it?
It's just there. He wanted to come over, so he's just taking a little toke.
If you look in the private chat, there'll be a link to the script.
Oh.
You cracker-ass cracker.
No,
this jerk.
It's up. It's there. It's there.
You know you could reach. Yes, you could reach. You could reach.
That jerk.
I can see where your
Not
arm
me.
is
Okay,
and where that was.
Jerk. That's how it goes.
I'm just saying. And now she's gonna start coughing too. In a minute, she's gonna start coughing. I'm gonna divorce her because of this. Because she's interrupting with my YouTubing. There's 9 viewers right now.
It's a very important show. Special.
Yeah. So yeah, where's my eerie sound effects? Share. You guys got your scripts or what? I know, Luke, you're just sitting there to be a fucking goofy goober.
No, I got it.
I learned about butter and jelly sandwiches. You said, there's a history to it. Yes, there is, Dick Lips, because the peanut butter, and no, that stuff didn't come from George Washington Carver. The peanut itself comes from like some African legume called like uba gooba, and the gooba part is what became goober. Like they shortened the uba gooba to gooba, and then gooba became goober. So that's why we have like goober grape. That actually means peanut and grape, peanut butter and jelly. So yeah, there's a lot to learn there. Very interesting stuff.
Do you like? Oh, see, this is you're a grape, not strawberry.
I'll fucking grape you. I'll grape you so hard. I'll leave your butthole looking like a half-eaten strawberry.
I like the strawberry preserves personally. I guess. Yeah,
it'll be dripping strawberry preserves right out of that poop chute when I'm
great
with my raping, with the raping that I do.
Look, this isn't Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm not.
Yeah. Take that, little prick. I don't like this setup.
Why you don't? Okay.
You don't have one of these without the fucking video? Because it's so much better when you don't have to see the goddamn video. It's ridiculous. This is in the middle of a fucking... Wait, that's not the one. Where's the one we were just on? This one. You don't have one of these without the video? I mean, that would be good. It's good with the video, but it'd be good to not have the video. So we could just do stupid fucking sound effects. Jesus Christ. Does everybody have their script, Grape Rape?
Yes, I have my script.
At least special guest is prepared. I'm gonna
I got my
shoot
script.
old Stone Man one last message.
Yeah, we'll just update it. There you go. It has disappeared. I am a magician. I'm almost like a clown magician, like an evil sorcerer clown with a mustache.
Yeah,
Does
you're
it,
a
does it still play?
magician. You're a magician. I'll show you magic right now. I'll show you that you're actually not a friggin' magician at all. And all these words I've been doing are from the second I discovered this until I've now put it in. You are not a magician. Oh my God, 100 files, you stupid fuck.
I deleted something. Go ahead.
Never put anything on. See, I had it all the way up until then. See, you're not a fucking magician. You're just a stupid fucking gay sailor in a gay sailor suit. All right? The whole thing went to hell.
Oh, wait.
Ugh.
In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas.
Yeah, sure. All right. I guess that's it. It's just us. So are we good?
Ghost 2
I'm just not feeling the magic.
and me.
I'm just not feeling the magic right now here, you guys. Oh, you did it. You did the thing. Good job. It looks very good
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Very good.
That's why I'm a magician. Then you went on this whole tirade where I wasn't, but I did it. So
Yeah, well, that's because I saw somebody made a picture of you. We had to show it. I mean, there's like one person watching and they make a picture. You got to show it. I mean, come on. Don't understand the story. It didn't start yet, you fat pig. Anyway. Are we ready?
Okay, we can start like this. Okay, everyone.
Good. Yeah, smart. You're a smart guy. Look at you.
Night Creeps Theater presents. It's the Night Creeps Theater, and it presents.
The Night Creeps Halloween special. Are we starting? Is this a start? I don't know that. I don't know if we're starting or not. I am confused. Is this the start or not?
Isn't like the beginning of Hawaii Five-O like a surf
Someone
music?
has to say like action or something. When's the play? Yeah, okay, do the song. Aloha and such.
Aloha. Is everyone ready for the super special Night Creeps Halloween special? We've got our stuff and our things ready, and the studio is dripping with just the right amount of eerie ambiance.
That's not ambiance. I got bored waiting for the show to start.
Speaking of ambiance, we've gone all out with the decorations, as you can see. Cobwebs, yeah. Creepy crawlies, and even some skeletons in the closet, figuratively.
I don't see any of those.
Well, we got skulls.
No, those are real skeletons, Luke.
Well, you can't forget the most important part of setting up your Halloween festivity space. Pumpkins.
See, when you like fucking whispered out the last part, which led into the real skeletons part. You dick, and now it just seems like a random. Anyway, all right, just carry on from me. You can't forget, Jim. No more stopping.
It's like we're recording in a haunted pumpkin patch.
No, the whole fucking line. You can't just read the whole line over.
Oh, okay. Cut and action. And you can't forget the most important part of setting up your Halloween festivity space. Pumpkin spice scented candles. It's like we're recording in a haunted pumpkin patch.
You're right, Luke. It is exactly like that. So, what everyone's been waiting for, let's talk about our costumes. As everyone can clearly tell, we've both dressed up like Don Johnson from Hawaii Five-O tonight.
It's not because we're both the biggest Don Johnson fans or anything like that.
It's big. It's big. It's big because it leads. And don't make up your own. Look, even you see what I just improvised too. You saw how bad that went. Don't try to add words. Don't try to add words. You're fucking up the fucking fuck. Just we're both. It's not because we're both big Don Johnson fans. It's not the biggest. It's big because the next thing says, though Luke definitely is a fan of Big Johnsons.
Okay. All right.
Well, you don't have to take it back. You could have gone from there.
It's not because we're.
Come on, we're live.
I don't like
live radio play in 1932.
I don't like Big Johnsons.
I'm gonna take you back out and shoot you. See? Okay. He likes Tiny Johnsons.
The only Tiny Johnson I like is my own because I'm part Asian and I have a very, very small penis. Son of a bitch! I should have at least asked to do a rewrite on this. But anyway, I want to clarify. It's not because we couldn't decide on which of us would be Don Johnson that we both came dressed as Don Johnson. It's simply because we didn't want to offend anyone by wearing the wrong costume.
That's right, Luke. We're all about keeping it cool and respectful at the DJR network. No blackface or cultural mishaps here. Nope. Just two Johnsons solving the mysteries of podcasting and, of course, the universe.
What is that?
Who could that be on this eerie Halloween night? Did you order a pizza or something, Luke?
I did not. Maybe it's Don Johnson himself here to reclaim his sweet style.
Please, Don Johnson wishes he could still pull this look off. Creak. The door opens and now enters Mailman Kish, tonight played by special guest, Mr. Special Guest.
Greetings, night creeps. It's me, Mailman Special Special Guest.
No, you're just Mailman Kish. You're Mr. Special Guest playing Mailman Kish.
Okay, greetings, night creeps. It's me, Mailman Kish, with a special delivery. You guys got a mysterious package.
Thanks, Mailman Kish. There's a joke there, I'm sure, but I can't figure it out.
That's what dear old Ma used to say about me. Hey, cool costume, guys. What are you supposed to be?
We're Don Johnson from Hawaii 5-0.
Don Johnson was on Miami Vice, not Hawaii 5-0.
Yeah, but I don't like that show. What's in the box?
Not sure. There's a note here. Something about a microphone for a night creeps experience.
A night creeps experience? What does that even mean?
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's open it up.
Wait a minute. Mailman Kish, did you read our mail before you got here?
No?
They opened the package to reveal a dusty old microphone. Check this out, Luke. It's a microphone like at an old-time radio show. But something tells me this is more than just a vintage prop.
You're right, Jim. The microphone has a spooky vibe to it. It's definitely not just a normal microphone.
Maybe it's a haunted microphone. Are you guys going to use it for the podcast tonight?
Why not, Kish? It's Halloween and our audience deserves the best. Let's see what this mysterious microphone can do.
That should have been Mailman Kish. If you see a terrible mistake, always refer to him as Mailman Kish. I mean, come on. The atmosphere become... Oh, wait. Now the microphone is beginning to get set up.
Oh.
No, I read it out loud. For the true Night Creeps experience.
Well, what could go wrong?
Absolutely nothing at all.
I can't think of anything.
Now as the microphone we're setting it up, apparently, and this noise is what we're hearing.
Did you hear that?
Oh,
It's
and
like whispers in the microphone.
I've suddenly got a real bad feeling about this, Luke.
You know, Jim, I've got a bad feeling about this too. Should we really be using this almost definitely cursed microphone?
On one hand, I want to say no. On the other, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, it's frickin' Halloween. We gotta do it.
All right.
Now, I turn on the microphone. Click. And then... Scary stuff happens. Light begin to flicker. And Mailman Kish says... These are all things coming from the microphone.
Did you guys feel
Mailman
that? It's
Kish,
like
you're worried.
No, I have my line next, but guys, this doesn't seem right. I've been delivering mail for years, and I've never seen a microphone act like that before.
Oh, wow. Feel it? It's like the temperature dropped 10 degrees.
My wiener inverted. I think the audience is in for a real treat tonight. You were talking about ambiance before, Luke, but this is some next level ambiance. Now the door slams shut on its own. That's the one Mailman Kish came in. Whoa. Did you see that? Like something just floated by. It's as if something is really trying to join the Night Creeps tonight. In a burst of fog and spectral energy, the ghost of Luc Perry appears in the studio.
Look, it's our old friend, the ghost of Luc Perry.
You got it, Luke. I've come to join the Night Creeps tonight because I sense something totally uncool is about to happen.
Wow, the ghost of Luc Perry. It's a true honor to meet you.
Of course it is. I was TV's Dylan McKay on Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh! Do you think this is part of the Night Creeps experience?
Obviously, you weirdo. The door slams shut once more. Slam noise. Now, eerie shadows dance around the room. Mailman Kish looks terrified.
Guys, this is beyond spooky. I think I should make my exit. If Dylan McKay is here, who knows what else could show up. Besides, I'm sure you're in good hands with the ghost of a 90s TV heartthrob.
You're right, Mailman Kish. Thanks for delivering the microphone. You should get out of here before it gets too weird.
Zoinks!
With that, Mailman Kish bolts out of the studio, leaving the door swinging wide open. A new figure enters the room in the midst of all the chaos.
Hey there, Night Creeps. I heard you were having a party in here.
Charles, Mr. Special Guest, another DJR Network co-host. He's dressed in a flashy costume, ready to join the Halloween fun. Mr. Special Guest, as much as we love a visit from you, this might not be the best time.
Yeah, there's ghosts and stuff going on.
I know. I sensed there was something spooky going on, and I couldn't resist the chance to help out the Night Creeps. I'm a professional paranormal investigator, after all.
Well, we do appreciate a fellow DJR Network star dropping by for our Night Creeps shenanigans, especially one of your qualifications.
Oh, wow. It's the ghost of Luc Perry. I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, not since...
Let's keep that between us.
As Mr. Special Guest settles in, the eerie microphone seems to be channeling something beyond this world. Unseen forces appear to be at play as eerie whispers and spectral laughter fill the room.
This place is really living up to its name, Night Creeps. What's the story with that old microphone? It's like a magnet for all things spooky.
We're about to find out, Charles. We activated the mic, and since then, things have been getting crazier by the minute.
That's right. First, it summoned our good friend, the ghost of Luc Perry. And then it's been whispering weird stuff at us and laughing ever since. More weird noises. The lights are flickering wildly. It starts to get even colder. The room is now shrouded in an eerie mist. This is definitely getting totally spooky, even for me. And I'm not just a ghost, but I'm a super cool ghost who ain't scared of nothing.
Well, Luke, you picked a great night to join the Night Creeps. Seems like we're diving headfirst into the butthole of the unknown.
Everything's getting its most spooky. It's a whirlwind of spookiness. The eerie microphone floats into the air, surrounded by ghostly orbs. The Night Creeps, Mr. Special Guest, and the ghost of Luke Perry exchange a mix of excitement and nervous glances. This is beyond anything we've ever experienced on this show, Night Creeps, our 50th episode and also Halloween special.
Indeed, it's going to be a Halloween special to remember.
The microphone hovers closer to Mr. Special Guest, now playing himself, and a mysterious force compels him to speak.
I'm getting a message from the other side. It says,
Before Charles can reveal the message, the studio is filled with the sound of bees.
Holy honeycombs, Jim. We're being invaded by bees.
Really? I didn't order a bee-themed Halloween episode.
Bees! This is getting out of hand. I mean, it's an experience, but...
This is a whole new level of creepiness.
Well, you know what they say, Jim. When you're the Night Creeps, even the bees come for a spooky visit.
That makes no fucking sense, Luke. The bees are swarming around the studio. Night Creeps and their unexpected guests are caught in a surreal moment of Halloween madness amidst the eerie swarm of bees. Another DJR network superstar, Mr. Stone, makes a dramatic entrance. So I guess unless Luke wants to, Luke, you want to play him?
I guess.
Okay.
All right.
All right. The room is now a symphony of supernatural occurrences as Mr. Stone makes his dramatic entrance.
My friends, it is I, DJR Network superstar Mr. Stone, here to warn you that you've just unlocked a gateway to the other side. This show has become a vortex of paranormal power, and my mystical senses were tingling from miles away.
Mr. Stone, an enigmatic figure known for his esoteric interests, steps into the studio dressed in a flamboyant, otherworldly robe. Mr. Stone!
Oh, hello,
Time for our Halloween special.
Hey.
This place is a true paranormal playground tonight, let me tell you.
We've got the spooky microphone, the ghost of Luke Perry, bees, and an electrifying atmosphere. It's like Halloween with diarrhea.
Mr. Stone, I was just about to share a message from the other side when the bees arrived.
So rudely interrupted him.
Ah, the bees, a symbol of ancient knowledge and spirit world. They must be trying to communicate something.
The swarm of bees forms a shape in the air, resembling cryptic symbols. Whoa. Dylan McKay never encountered anything like this on 90210. I don't know what to say. Well, the ghost of Luke Perry, I really don't know what to say either. The supernatural activity peaks. The bees are creating mesmerizing displays of ghostly symbols in the air, and the eerie microphone becomes even more prominent, radiating an otherworldly glow.
This is unprecedented. It's like we become the epicenter of a supernatural whirlwind. My friends, we must decipher the message the bees are sharing. It could hold the key to unlocking the true power of this microphone.
The Night Creeps, Mr. Special Guest, Mr. Stone, and the ghost of Luke Perry are now engaged in a mystical quest to understand the bees' message and uncover the mysteries surrounding the eerie microphone.
Wait, what's happening to Jim? He's transforming. But he's still wearing boy clothes.
Jim starts to exhibit unusual symptoms and a bizarre transformation. The room descended to chaos with strange bees and an unrecognizable Jim. Hold on a second here. Apologies.
One with the night creeps.
What the hell? I didn't say that, you guys. This isn't right, dudes. Jim, you're becoming something totally uncool. It's like some kind of sweet, sweet nightmare. I can feel it, you guys. This power, it's overwhelming. The bees are a part of me now. Dude, we need to do something fat. Why did I do this? I've dealt with some crazy stuff in my acting career, but this is next level. What the fuck? Why are my hands sticky?
I'm gonna guess semen.
Jim, your hands, they're covered in honey.
I'm turning into
Ooh, I'm turning into...
Candyman.
So I guess I'm wearing blackface after all.
Now you're transforming. Jim is transforming. And a strange laughter fills the studio. Jim, your voice, it's changing. It better not change too fucking much.
Just then, the studio door creaks open. That was a black voice joke because, Tony Todd's Candyman. Just then, the studio door creaks open and a group of menacing skeletons emerge. Spooky, scary skeletons clattering and rattling as they approach.
Now, skeletons, the closet is literally coming back to haunt us.
There's no time to lose, Jim. We need to find a way to reverse your transformation. Mr. Special Guest, help me focus our energy. Right, you guys need to channel your energy into that spooky microphone. It's the source of the transformation. I just know it.
Mr. Stone begins to chant an incantation, and Mr. Special Guest uses his encyclopedic knowledge of the supernatural to guide them.
Oh, spirits of the studio, hear our plea. Reverse the transformation. Set Jim free.
The eerie microphone glows with an intense light, and the bee's cryptic symbols start to dissipate. Jim's transformation into Candyman appears to halt. It's working. It's working. Keep it up.
Oh, shalom baladala. Oh, bala shala badala.
Oh, shalam baladala. Oh, bala shaladala.
As the transformation is reversed, the menacing skeletons crumble to dust, returning to the closet.
We did it! Jim's no longer Candyman, and the skeletons are gone.
That was incredible, folks. I've seen a lot of my days as a paranormal investigator, and this was pretty much how things usually go.
Thank you all for saving me. That was a close call. And the studio goes back to its usual state.
Not again.
Mr. Stone.
Oh. Remember, the supernatural is a force to be reckoned with. We must always be vigilant.
And just then, another loud crash is heard at the door. The skeletons have reassembled and are even more menacing than before.
Not again! Those skeletons just won't stay dead!
Oh crap, man. We need help. We need it fast. Like, totally. In a heroic moment, suddenly Mailman Kish returns with a vengeance, wielding a package scanner that emits a powerful beam of light.
I'm back, and I've got the ultimate delivery for these boneheads.
Mailman Kish uses the package scanner to blast the skeletons, causing them to shatter into pieces once and for all. He's victorious.
Nothing can withstand the power of my delivery scanner. I always deliver rain or shine.
You saved the day, Mailman Kish.
You're a true hero.
Well, I must say, that's quite an unusual use of a delivery scanner.
At least Jim didn't make him defeat the skeletons with his wiener.
Yes, good thing for that.
What? There's gonna be no wieners. I swear. The story's almost over. And just when they think they've vanquished the supernatural threats, the eerie microphone starts making creepy noises once more. Not again? What's going on with this microphone? It's more temperamental than a jilted ex-co-host.
You said it, Jim. The microphone's got more mood swings than a werewolf on a full moon night.
As the studio fills with eerie sounds, an ominous presence materializes. This entity is even more terrifying than Candyman and the skeletons, and its laughter echoes ominously. Mr. Stone.
Oh,
Mr. Stone.
By the vinyl collection of Count Dracula. What in the name of Vincent Price is that?
Quick, someone hand me a garlic necklace and a wooden stake. I've seen enough horror movies to know where this is going.
The menacing entity continues to taunt them. Jerks. Its voice dripping with dark humor.
You thought you could bet. Is that me?
It can be. Well, you are who the entity is. You're the unveiled entity. So yeah, do you have like a thing you can go like, you know?
You thought you could banish the supernatural so easily? Oh, how you underestimate the undead!
Well, if you want a piece of us, you better bring your A game, buddy. And that's A for anus. We're the night creeps, after all.
Yeah, we've dealt with scarier things than my grandma's meatloaf.
That's what he calls her anus. The gang and their allies prepare for an epic showdown with this formidable entity. They muster their courage and supernatural expertise.
We faced everything Halloween could throw at us, from candy-stealing ghouls to pumpkin spice lattes.
Nah, those things didn't happen. You think a few spooky sound effects are going to scare us off? Think again. Jerk. Showdown is intense, with the entity using dark powers and unleashing terrifying illusions. But the gang combines their unique skills to resist its influence.
By the spirits of the DJR network, we will banish you like yet another running joke that's gone stale.
In this climactic battle, they manage to weaken the entity, and it appears defeated, and suddenly the door bursts open. It is a police officer who says, "Freeze! What's going on in here? I am the police." The police takes the entity into custody, but as he's about to be apprehended, Jim has a hunch. Hold on, guys. I have a hunch. Something's not right here. It's like a mystery wrapped in a stinky sock, and I've watched enough Scooby-Doo cartoons to know when something smells fishy. Jim walks up to the entity and rips off its mask. Matthew Perry? You're a ghost now? I guess this is a case of friends with benefits. In the afterlife.
Could I be any more dead? You guys are my favorite podcast. I couldn't resist pulling a prank from beyond the grave. Well, we have to give it to you, Matthew. You really got us this time.
The ghost of Matthew Perry.
I'm new around these parts and figure eternity could get a little boring, you know? Just thought I'd have a little fun.
Well, this has certainly been one for the Night Creeps history books, folks. What a Halloween special.
You know, Jim, I think the sender didn't lie. This really was a true Night Creeps experience.
It's been a wild ride, dudes. Dylan McKay himself couldn't have predicted this, even in the episode where he was struck by lightning and got psychic powers.
And I thought my sitcoms were unpredictable. But your podcast, Night Creeps, it's one for the ages.
Well, you know what they say. Truth is stranger than fiction, especially when you're the Night Creeps.
And it really helps having good friends like all of you to help us in times like these. Thanks again for that last-minute save, Mailman Kish.
Just another day in the life of a mailman, I guess. It's not every day you deliver an eerie microphone that turns your friends into Candyman and you gotta fight a bunch of skeletons as part of a prank orchestrated by the ghost of Matthew Perry.
Yeah, I'm a rascal. But you're our rascal, the ghost of Matthew Perry. And if you ever need a ghostly prank, just call on me. I'll be there for you.
Oh, we definitely will, the ghost of Matthew Perry. We definitely will. Ha 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 ha. So, as we wrap up this epic Halloween special, we must ask the question we always ask at the end of every single episode. What was your guys' favorite part of tonight's episode?
I think my favorite part was when the microphone started making creepy noises and everyone's faces was like, what's going on?
For me, it was when we deciphered the bee's cryptic message and harnessed the microphone's power to save Jim. It showed the strength of our teamwork.
My favorite part is, I have to say, it's when I returned like an unexpected hero with my delivery scanner to defeat the skeletons. Who knew a scanner could be so powerful?
Well, dudes, I'm going to have to say my favorite part was being part of the Night Creeps again, even in the afterlife.
And mine was definitely scaring the pants off you guys as a ghost. It's like, could I be any more of a prankster? My favorite part was when I said I have a tiny Asian penis, motherfucker. And what about you, Jim?
My favorite part was when the Night Creep showed up and said, "It's night creeping time." And then he night creeped him. Ah.
Bing, bing, bing. Okay.
All right.
That's the end.
All right, we're back.
That's it. End it.
Everybody did a really good job. Thank you.
Everyone did a very, very good
really
job.
holding up the heavy work for those
You
two
can't see it
jerks
right
who
now.
didn't
You
show
can't
up.
see it right now, but I am definitely bowing.
I can see it. You know I got cameras in your room.
No, you don't.
Okay.
His access.
Look, you won't give us an OnlyFans. I'm going to get my own.
You are never getting that.
Hey, the ladies demand it.
I don't care.
I mean, so probably should have taken more time on that, but it was fine enough. It was Halloween.
Yeah, even though it's now the 1st of November.
You are racist against Californians and people in other time zones.
I'm originally from California.
Other time zones' lives matter.
Oh,
too,
really?
Charles.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, I'm originally from California. I moved away from California when I was like 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What area in California? Like what? North, middle, south?
Well, I mean, like I said, I moved away from there when I was 3, so the place where I'm actually from, telling you that doesn't really matter because I haven't
no.
been there in a very long time. Orange County.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So yeah.
Choppers. Orange County Choppers.
Yep.
Oh man,
Yeah,
I
I haven't been there in
take a drink the whole
decades.
time.
So yeah.
Thanks, Tubby. Tubby says we loved it. I loved it too. Quadfather. Oh. A tiny penis part isn't much of a stretch for you.
See, I tricked you. You were reading this one comment, and then I put the tiny wiener comment up.
Yeah. Look at you. Switching me. Yeah, I didn't have the comments up. Yeah.
No,
Too focused
apparently we
on
missed
the,
a few. Luke is a magician. David Cunterfield. Just wish we would have seen that.
That's nice.
I hope you did. I hope we didn't bore you to sleep before you got your answers in, producer. The answer is nothing. Nothing at all.
All right.
It's our 50th episode. So we were going to do Hawaii 5-0, but I don't really know anything about that at all. And Don Johnson has the word Johnson in it. So it seemed the route to go. Now that's a question. Will we be banned from like Hollywood now that we've done this during their writer's strike? Are we considered like scabs?
Well, the writer's strike is over.
We're not in the guild.
The writer's strike is over, but the actor's strike, I think,
Are
is
you?
still going on.
Oh, Mr. Special Guest, you may know about this.
What?
You fucking pointing at you. Why are you pointing
What?
at me? You pointing at me.
What would I know about?
Like, I think it was Megan Fox got in trouble for violating SAG-AFTRA Halloween costume rules. Do you know anything about this and
No,
why?
because I don't follow Megan Fox.
Well,
because I
just
hate that woman.
I don't follow her either, but it's, you know, you hear about these things.
I know nothing about this. What the
I'm
fuck
just
happened?
not about her. I want to know about the rule, the Halloween costume rule. Like, what
Isn't
rule
it-
did she violate?
Funny how like she's a fox and her name's Fox.
Well, look, I mean, if it is what I think it is, then more than likely, yeah, she probably did violate some rule. More than likely, the rule that they're talking about has to do with the tastefulness of the costume that they're wearing. And the costume that Megan Fox probably wore is a costume that is probably too revealing. And that's probably what happened. And she got in trouble for that. So that does not surprise me because Megan Fox pulls shit like that all the fucking time.
I think it was because she came as a specific character. And what I'm reading here is the SAG-AFTRA rule. SAG-AFTRA issued a statement about their rule being stay in solidarity by choosing costumes inspired by generalized characters and figures, ghost, zombie, spider, etc.
Oh, so they
don't-
didn't even allow her to so she wore a costume that was a specific character, and SAG-AFTRA only allowed basically generalized characters, like your typical run-of-the-mill Halloween costume that's not tied to one specific property.
Correct. And also don't post photos of costumes.
Oh my God.
On social
Clearly
media,
I'm wrong in
some
my
of that stuff
assumption,
content.
but I still hate Megan Fox regardless. But then at that point, I would say SAG-AFTRA needs to pull the stick out of their ass because it's just like, Jesus Christ, just let people dress up with whatever the fuck they want to dress up as.
Well, I would think there'd be a rule. When I first heard the story, I'm like, maybe it's because if you're an actor, let's say you're Channing Tatum and you want to dress like Indiana Jones for Halloween. Now, sure, that's just you on one day, but you're this big entity now, this acting entity, and the press now has a picture of you dressed as Indiana Jones, and then
yeah, I can see how that would
go
be
anywhere.
a problem.
So I thought that might have been what it were.
That might be a problem because somebody might post that on some tabloid website, and it could potentially spread like wildfire and say Channing Tatum is now the next Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, there's also that, right? Could
It could spark up
tilt the scale.
rumors. It could spark up rumors, and I could see how that would be a problem. Okay, but still, what SAG is doing, just it screams like something that the homeowners association would do in their ballpark, where they try to control what other people can and cannot do with their own property. And I fucking hate that shit too. It's just it just fucking bothers me. It really irritates me. I get why they're doing it, but it still annoys me.
Yeah, well, I still don't know enough about their strike. I know that they are striking against AI.
Oh yeah, the AI stuff.
Some bullships.
The AI stuff that they're doing is just fucking bullshit. I fucking hate that shit.
Can't use it at all?
No. What's going on with that is
it's like that Black Mirror episode. That was Black Mirror, right?
There were concerns that various different production companies would
concerns. Sorry to interrupt, but they're already doing it. Like overseas and shit.
I didn't know that they were already doing it, but basically what's happening is the production companies are using the actors' likenesses and their voices in movies without actors' consent, and pretty much they can do whatever they want with that likeness and that voice without having to pay the actor. And that means that they don't even need to use the actor anymore. When the AI technology improves and gets better, they can just use the AI version of the actor's likeness and voice, and they don't even need to use the actor anymore.
Mm-hmm. And can thank video games for that.
Yeah, eventually it would get to the point where actors wouldn't even be necessary anymore.
Well, I think like in the Black Mirror episode, they used the example of I don't know if you're familiar with it, but so this one woman just starts seeing her life on TV, and she finds out that it's all this AI generated shit. Using, it's not even the actual actors she's seeing on screen. It's AI versions of them being fed these scripts based off of her life through surveillance or whatever. And so she finds out the actor is something is fucking burning. Someone left the oven on or something. I gotta go check.
Yeah,
smelling like something. Something smells stupid out there. Anywho, I'm definitely gonna get up in a minute. Something smells stupid.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Hell no.
Yeah.
It smells like McDonald's French fries, but being not burning, but being overcooked. Anyway, Selma Hayek plays like one version of this woman on TV, or at least an AI version of her. So the real woman ends up going to like a church and having a diarrhea shit on the floor in the middle of the church and doing all this horrible stuff, so that the AI Salma Hayek on screen goes to a church and diarrhea is on the floor and all this stuff, which then pisses off Salma Hayek, and then she goes on a rampage against the studio for having the AI do this, and they're like, well, sorry, bitch, you signed off. That's just what it is. We own you. And that's what they're actually fighting. One of the things that they're fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I just Luke's stupid face smiling all night, just really getting.
Yeah, but no, it's just, I mean, like the stuff that they're doing in Hollywood with this AI technology, it's just, I really, really do not like it. I mean, I already do not like AI technology.
See, I feel like I actually got scanned one time when I was doing the Ghostbusters movie. They had this machine, and I asked, "What is that?" And it had this camera that would like a bunch of cameras that would kind of like go around you, and they said, "Oh, well, if you do that, it'll kind of get your image, and we can superimpose you in the back of stuff, like in the background here and there." I was like, "All right." So I let them do that. But that that was what was
Well,
that?
you could be out
7 years
there
ago,
now.
maybe.
Yeah, but
I've
no,
been
it's just
seeing.
I am very against AI technology. I'm heavily against it. I understand that the AI technology is here and it's not going anywhere. It's not like they're gonna turn off the switch and never deal with it again. But
Yeah.
it's just, I mean, I really do not
Pandora's
like it.
box. Once you open up that dirty can of worms, you'll find out quickly.
Yeah, it's just it
Even
makes
though
me
he
very
turns.
uncomfortable. It's just like I don't
Push
trust it.
yourself.
I really don't.
See, you could be one of. Present share screen. Did I not have that? Oh, I should shut it off. Sorry, I was.
I mean, hell,
You
one
did
of
for a little while.
The
one
sound
of the
effects
things
were
that I
they in?
one of the things that I dislike the most about AI
thought so, yeah, for a
technology
while.
is,
Okay, good.
well, I say with air quotes, but quote unquote artists that use AI technology to create artwork. And mm,
Well, here's
I
some of those. Well, that's to be argued in a moment, maybe. But here's a whole row of AI extras in some recent Disney thing, and it's just really weird. They don't look good. So, Luke, you could very well be that Asian girl. I mean, they could have just used your model and put fucking tits on you.
Yeah. I could be that one in the front. There's an Asian in the front. That could be me.
Yeah, but I think those are real people, even though they're moving terribly. I think the front row's real.
Squinty one.
I think the row back there's like some COVID rules. So this the row between them is fake, all digital people to keep everyone 6 feet apart. All right.
6 feet apart. Yeah, I mean, yeah, just to space it out so it's not too much to overload. But yeah, I mean, the proportions. The proportions didn't look too bad though on some of them. I don't know. Oh man, I'm wiping some of this off. Maybe. Ugh. Jeez, I've had this makeup on for too long now. Ugh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I should read these comments before I put them up. I'm never going to say that. Luke, why don't you read this comment?
Unfortunately,
don't read the comment. Don't read the
damn it.
comment.
Leon the professional.
Hey, I'm a fan of AI.
Both AI Biden, huh?
AI
yeah.
I don't look.
Be smarter.
Jason Bardo, friend of the network, so to speak. Jason Bardo calls himself an AI artist, and he's just typing a couple words into a thing.
People who say that they are AI artists are not artists. They're not.
I agree with you there, but then there is enhancing your art with AI and using AI to be transformative to your art, and then you're being transformative with the AI, and then you can feed it in a cycle, and you can create something in conjunction with AI. But that right there that Luke is showing is not, he did not create that. He generated that.
Yeah, but no, it's just,
but it's not a piece of art he made. He generated this piece of art.
Art that is created by a computer is not art, as far as I'm concerned. It's not.
Adam Vegeta's here to say NIGHTCREEPS. Night creeps.
Night creeps. Night creeps. Night creeps. Night creeps.
Jake Hudson can have normal eyes with transformative AI. That is rude, Tubby, you fat piece of shit. No one loves you.
Almost all of them are faces. But this was last year too. This was.
I mean, hell. I mean, some of the stuff, like at least in the early days of AI, this is actually fairly recently that I saw this, but somebody decided to use AI to create an AI-generated anime intro, and it was quite literally the stuff of nightmares. I mean, it was frightening, to say the least. Like, I mean, I saw it the first time I watched it, and it's just like, what the fuck am I looking at?
I think this was like I said, like meeting death on a dark path, and trying to decide whether I can't remember, but it was like I give like a little scenario and see what it does with it. I like to just test it, see what it does with certain words you put in.
Well, that brings me to a question. Like, I don't think exactly how you just said that counts as creating art with AI that's generating. But if I were to say, write a poem, and then the AI generated a piece of art that had all the elements of the poem, and it encompassed the spirit and and it conveyed what the poem was conveying, then is that an artistic creation? Does it then transcend from a generation to a creation?
An accompaniment to it, I guess.
Guys, I will be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
He has there's some skeletons in his closet that are coming out
no.
to
We gotta get
haunt
'em out here.
him. So, Jiminy Crickets. That was a nice special, huh?
That was a very
nice
good special.
Halloween special. Do we have
Thank
anything
you
else
very
for
much.
it? Or, I mean,
Do we want to do any spells?
ooh, I mean, you know what happened last time?
Yeah, but it's,
around
I mean,
with that.
because it's not just Halloween. It's All Saints Day today, and then it's All Souls Day tomorrow. So there's still a little bit of magic going on here. I mean, who should be cursed? I know that Dalish didn't want to curse people, but it seems like that's all we can really do. That's all that really comes out. Because we're such positive people, all that happens is a reflection of negative energy. That's what you don't understand. If it's coming from a good place, then, using dark magic for good is good, right? If the end result
that's
is
a
good.
slippery slope. I talked to shamans, mystics, priests, and con men about this, and they all say it's a slippery slope.
Well, it is slippery. You have to, and you're going to pay a little bit for it. You will, but it's how you can take that payment. I can take a lot of
All
abuse.
right.
See, so
Well, do you really want to do this? Do you really want? I will.
I mean,
will
I
use
don't
the
have.
magic
I
again.
kind of deleted some pictures. I'm not saying we're gonna. I don't think it really even matters when we flash pictures. I think we could just.
Do you have a bowl of water? Do you have sage and salt? Do you have the things?
I have a bowl of candy.
Well, that okay, that works actually. That works
I'm back.
because here we go. Mr. Special Guest, you might want to close your ears. We're about to do some dark magic real quick. All right, here we go. Give me just 1 second here. You keep doing that. Keep doing that. Feel this, everybody. You must get in the moment of this. Your magic counts here. This isn't just the magic of those presenting the spell, but we're also using you and your magic, so get in this. Here we go. All right. Direct your magics to the screen. Everybody concentrate on the sound you're hearing and direct your magic to the screen, and I will begin in a moment. but you got it. You asked
Look
for
around
it, and you got it.
and
So
find out.
a lot of bad things are going to happen to a lot of bad people now.
Bad people.
And then there's an offering.
Keep shaking the offering plate. Oh no! Did it just turn into steel toe?
It made the magic even more powerful now because
there's actually something in the bowl. They just take out an empty bowl and they're like, "Oh, come on, everybody! We got $200 to get to the goal today, and we got some great stuff to bring to you afterwards, right, April? Right? Oh wait, you're not here today. That's right. What do I do? Aaron's Rotten Taint. Thanks, guys. You know that these names are great in the chat. Says, go screw yourself. Yeah, well, I would if I could, right?
Wish I knew more how that show goes. I don't watch, but I assume it's like this. April going.
Yeah. She's
So go on, let's try it. Let's
not much in the brain.
Do another thing. All right.
Jesus,
So I wrapped the titties up today.
I don't want to pretend to be Aaron. That's I'm gonna get real sad.
I just wanted to squee. All right. One more little spell for everybody. The magic's still in the air. And I'm going to do something special here. Something that's been asked for by a lot of people. Something I'm not supposed to do. I'm going to break all the rules of magic now for you.
All of them?
And I'm going to conjure a windfall for you all. Those of you listening here live, keep repeating the phrase windfall in your mind until it comes. And it will. And when it does, you pay us. You send us lots of money, but you're going to do it to our PayPals and Venmos because we don't get none of this money. It all goes to that little jerk off, Damian J. Rogers. So there you go. You're welcome. You're all going to get a lot of money soon, and you're going to you're going to kick some of that to us. So thanks. Happy Halloween!
Yes, please give us money. Give us everything. Because, to continue to create, one must actually survive. If one does not survive, then creation is not going to happen. Right? Isn't that make logical sense? My goodness. Do you think I need to just resort to these sorts of things to... Never mind.
Luke, give it up. Nobody else is going to pay you money.
50 episodes in almost a year. When did we start this show? It was,
including one live show.
Yes. It was almost a year ago. It was probably actually maybe 50 weeks ago. So that's at least averaging one show a week for the entire year.
How's that possible when we've gone like months without an episode, weeks without we which is what I love about this show. We don't schedule. We don't have a specific day or time that we come. We come when we wants to. When it's right. You gotta build up that moment. Where you shoot it all over everyone.
You can't just and you gotta aim it right
just
and
pull your wiener out and just
talk about an art. A cum splatter can be an art if you put it in the right spot at the right time.
Look at Metallica Load and Reload. That was art happened twice.
Yes, exactly.
When you show us proof of your windfall, then you'll get our information of how to send us money. No problem.
Isn't that like a Bond song, Windfall? I don't know. That kind of sounds like it. Windfall.
Well, today, JB Floyd, did I schedule this one for Facebook? I thought I might have. Well, I could just look here. No, I did. We're not on Facebook with this one today. We haven't been on Facebook in a while. I'm too tired of going live. I thought it'd be too much trouble.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't have done it until we were halfway through the play anyway.
What?
Oh, it's Skyfall, not Windfall. Okay, well, you just that, man. 3-letter words.
So, now that This is gonna take a little while. Now that Mr. Special Guest is back, ready to end the show?
Yes, if he's just arrived back, of course.
Yes, I've been back listening to all of your shenanigans.
Oh, I see.
Anyone got any final Halloweeny things do they want to get out before we do end? No? Well, you know what this means. At the end of every episode, like we do at the end of every episode, hey guys, so what was your favorite part of the episode tonight?
I do have one final thing to say.
What is it?
Pumpkin spice is disgusting.
Yeah, I would not like that actually, especially a candle. That's in this room. This is
Well,
a smaller
no.
room,
It's just
right?
pumpkin
Jesus.
spice. Anything is disgusting.
Yes,
I disagree.
I do agree. I agree.
Highly disagree.
Oh, I wish I had that picture
I
of all the
am
pumpkin spice.
So tired of everyone's obsession with pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that. It is just.
I was there before them. I am the proto hipster. So I'm not letting these little fucking fruit booters take it away from me. That's all I'm saying. Been there, been my jam, just
Oh
like a
my
chai
God.
latte. Okay, before all those idiots were drinking chai lattes,
Well,
I
no,
was
no.
drinking
It's just
it.
like it's just like all the freaking like I don't know, like hipsters and everything going like, oh yes, I want my pumpkin spice latte, and I'm like, yeah, sure, yeah, just go drink it over there, away from me.
Far away from me.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, God damn it, stuff is so fucking annoying. But I mean, thankfully, I don't have to deal with it. Well, I mean, I am going to have to deal with it for the entirety of November and part of December because this shit is just not going to end until January, probably. So, whatever. Unless December becomes the month of eggnog. But thing is, I've never actually had eggnog. So,
What?
yeah, I've never had eggnog. So, I don't really have.
Curse you!
We have another special guest
Uh-oh.
today to talk about her love of eggnog and pumpkin spice. It's what the fuck is her name?
Course,
Keanu what?
of course.
Keanu what?
Far
What the fuck
Frankfurter?
is her last name? Thompson, right?
Thompson.
Keanu Thompson. I like pumpkin spice and eggnog.
Yeah, she's a beast like that. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, she likes to speak in a 20s accent. Ah. Hey.
And Becky,
Get
shut
me,
up! An important.
boy.
Shut up! An important comment. Shut up. Becky says
this-
Jim's haircut is lovely.
Not that
Thank you,
important.
Zen's producer. I did
not
it
at
just
all.
for tonight's show to play
It's,
Don Johnson. I hope you all
pandering.
appreciate my sacrifice.
Even though Don Johnson has nothing to do with Hawaii Five-0.
Again, it's the 50th episode. It doesn't. If that doesn't explain it to you, I don't know how to explain
Also,
it.
it's kind of funny. It reminded me of when I was a kid. I actually went to a boat race where Don Johnson's boat was in the race. I remember that was the whole thing. We just were at this beach. I basically just played in the beach, and it's like, oh look, zip, zip, zip. Okay, wait 10 minutes. Oh, here they come. Zoom, zip, zip. Oh, okay. All right. Woo, Don Johnson.
Don Johnson. I was saying. I know.
Woo,
Yep.
Don Johnson. That'll be our new thing. The new era of night creeps coming, everyone. After
I can't wait with the brand new opening fucking timer that doesn't have that sexy dance music because this isn't a dance party.
you
Luke.
could have
This is-
done. Couldn't you? Didn't you have a horror one that you played the other day? That was very great.
I don't
actually.
know.
I thought it
Where
was
did I
like
get it? What are
it
you
started with
talking
a
about?
dun 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 dun, and then the regular like starting music for pausing, and then it jumped into like a horror kind of countdown. We could start the show over. if you want.
Yeah, that's in another studio.
See, there you go. That's what I was thinking. All right, we don't have to have this curse thing up anymore. I mean, it is strange though. Did you think that all kind of went over to Gino too? I mean, do you want to talk about that here? I don't know.
We can. I mean, we did. Sure, we can let's close with that. Let's let others decide. Did the curse work? Is what Luke's getting at. We did a curse. On the last episode of Night Creeps, and it seems to have worked. We didn't mean it. Well, that's the thing. We did, but we didn't like. It wasn't like it's supposed to be that kind of curse. I mean, it's supposed to be like you're gonna step in dog duty and stuff. But it seemed to really hit everyone in all the camps. I mean, we simply did a curse on those who have come at us, and those who have come at us seem to have been befallen with quite the unfortunate circumstances.
It's just the cycle of things, though. Perhaps it's, we were dealt with unfortunate circumstances by certain people, and then eventually that same level of unfortunate would come to someone, especially if someone doesn't stop trying to, push things around for those people. But it seems like certain people, like Gino Bisconte, he's kind of doomed anyway with the way that he acts. So, and now that
he was always doomed, but his timeline just accelerated like that at his own hand.
And that was going to happen anyway. How long has it been since Aaron hasn't been around? I mean, I don't know who said this. We've been saying this for a while. He hasn't had anyone to check him since Aaron. No one is there now. Keanu can check him, but not for what he does in his performance life, but what he does in his personal life, apparently.
Yeah, apparently, and in a very bad way. Special guest, unless you're enjoying this, this part may meander. I don't know. It seems like we're meandering a close. If you'd like to bid us farewell, because this is completely uninteresting to you, we would not be offended. Otherwise, buckle in, because I think this might be the longest ending yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out.
Okay, that's what I thought.
But there is one final thing that I want to say, and it's gonna be a slight segue into one of the other shows on the DGR network, and Jim in particular is going to appreciate this little ditty. Scott Bakula ruined Star Trek.
Fuck you, Alpha Pod Rant Sunday nights.
Oh, I have to tell you something though, Charles.
Yeah,
I heard you guys talking about Attack of the Titans or Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan with the Titans. People, you're like, well, let's see. What are some names? Aaron.
That was a funny one.
Mikasa.
Aaron, Arwen,
Mikasa.
It's Aaron Yeager, Mikasa Ackerman.
Yes, Ackerman now. Krista, Historia, which I'm that far.
It's Historia.
Okay, I heard you guys talking about that on Saturday, and I'm up to Historia already. So
okay, yeah,
that's like third season.
we are currently working on season 4.
Well, I kind of wanted to try to catch up, but I got a little. I liked it. I really like Attack on Titan.
It's hands
really
down
fun.
Probably the best anime I've ever watched.
Oh, really? I mean,
it's the best.
They're creepy looking. The Titans, some of them, at first, the way they smile.
Oh, yeah, it's really creepy. But they do actually kind of explain why that is, but it's not until after where you are where they explain that.
Yeah.
So I won't reveal it. But I will say that season 4 is the final season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mr. Special Guest, I'm going to use this opportunity while you guys talk about this incredibly enthralling thing to refill my cup.
There you go. You need some time.
So if you're not here when everything, well, you know what won't be. Have a great happy Halloween, special guest.
But I'm fairly certain that the audience of Night Creeps does not want to hear me talk about a show that we normally discuss on TV.
No. But yeah, I mean, if you're into anime and stuff, give it like the episodes are pretty quick because it's a half an hour episode, but it seems like it's made for like a regular network TV where they have 7 minutes of like commercial time cut out of it. So they're
Well,
about 20.
it's different over in Japan. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, but problem is that season 4 is not completed. They're getting one more part, which is called part 4, and that's not going to release until sometime in November. And the English translation has yet to be announced for that. So when they do release part 4, it's going to be released in Japanese. So we won't get an English translation for a while. Probably not until either near the very end of the year to sometime next year.
Man, oh well, you know. Damn, have to wait for that. But hey, it's a good run. I'm really liking it. The way that they transform and stuff. It's just cool,
great. Now shut up.
Yeah, it gets good. But anywho, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of Night Creeps and your discussions.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for reading.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Special guest. It was great.
Yeah. But anywho, you guys take it easy. As always, audience, it's always a fun time and crazy time with all of you here. Really appreciate it. Goodbye,
and
everyone.
Check Mr. Special Guest Saturdays on Teehee TV with Damian J. Rogers and Mr. Stone, who didn't show up tonight.
Yes, and I also show up on Alpha Podrons whenever that gets scheduled.
Sundays.
Yeah. Anywho, goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Ciao.
So speaking of bye, is Chrissy Mare going to be? Has she been yet affected by this curse? Do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I don't want her to be affected by it. Really.
I don't necessarily either. Isn't that interesting? While I'm aware of their what is the word I'm trying to say with an M? Mischievous machinations. There's something I know that they were those two, even though you showed the picture of the name I don't want to say because I don't feel like fake spitting on my floor. Too much effort. Even though that picture was there, yeah, I didn't feel like the curse was directed. That one gets the curse. Even that one didn't. I wouldn't say as much. But that guy, stop it, you fucking idiot. The fuck is this, man? You piece of shit.
Oh, wait. Did you move him?
Go to the one. No, I didn't move nothing. You go to the fucking dick. Get rid of him anyway. This idiot. The curse wasn't necessarily for this idiot.
No.
Can we get this idiot off the screen? I didn't know why I got to show the idiot.
But
I just won't finish what I was saying. We'll just do.
It wasn't for that idiot. It wasn't for Frank. That guy.
I'm just so sidetracked. I don't even know where I was going. It's fine. Don't even care.
Chrissy,
it wasn't necessarily for them, but the fucking everybody who it was for did get it. And Gino, it really is funny the way it is unfolding with Gino. He's revealing his cards hard with the stuff that happened with Beaupre, allegedly spitting. Look, what do you know of this situation?
I actually, my compound subscription ran out. Like I told you that, but so I haven't really been paying attention to any of that. I mean, I can't see Gino's stuff, so whatever.
So the answer is nothing, huh?
I know nothing really about it. I mean,
you're the one, you know, cock lips. You're the one who brought this bullshit up as we're ending the episode.
Well, you know as much as I do. I mean, I now know from people saying, but I don't know as, I didn't know firsthand at first. I had to learn about it.
Apparently, I know more than you do.
Probably.
Because Gino went on a rant. Well, you just said, I didn't see anything. Gino went on a fucking rant about somebody being a piece of shit for spitting in his girlfriend's mouth when she kissed him. And apparently he's talking about Beaupre and Lindsay, or Marshall and Lindsay Beaupre. And it just sounds weird, but from inside sources, it's been revealed. You should know this. You're in where it was told. But anyway, I guess you don't know. And I guess I've been told by inside sources that everyone laughed. It was a joke. So I can only imagine if it was a joke, it wasn't like she kissed him and he went, hey, I'm holding your mouth over, you whore cunt. Tuh. It must have been. I can only imagine. This is my artist's interpretation.
Yeah.
Kissed him and he went, like that, like that, maybe? I don't know.
Pooey, yeah.
Whatever
like
it were.
or whatever.
Maybe it was some douchey edgelord, full on mouth wide crap. Maybe he loogied down her throat. But the point is, because comedy's subjective, they found it funny, and everyone in the room was uproarious with laughter.
Yeah. So if that's
Gino
the case,
included, until old Pony E.
Oh, she jaded him.
She said, Gino, that was like totally disrespectful. The way like Marshall just spit in Lindsay's mouth. It's just, sexist, and these are not our kind of people, darling. They're not
Really, babe?
gauche. They're not
Really?
gauche at all.
I mean,
What? No,
Really?
that's not that. What is that? Is that Gino in another year or two in his coffin? Is that what you're doing? Because he's gonna die.
don't say that. Don't say that.
You know, it's
We're not-
funny how he complains
curse
about
stuff.
Bobby P.
The curse stuff
and makes
stop
fun of
that.
the guy's black liver. There was the whole fucking running joke, a racist joke too, about Gino's black
Yeah,
liver.
change it.
What's black and doesn't work? Gino's liver.
Mm-hmm. That's always been a thing. Yeah. Yeah, it was a weird thing that him making fun of all that. Well, the way he reacted here. There we go. We're like, there we go. We'll be a little nicer. Won't be cursing anybody. How about that? Man, it was really weird though this past couple of weeks. But we haven't done a show since the 13th. No.
And that Bobby P's not included in this, okay? Because I don't think any of us would have wanted to curse somebody to death.
No. That has nothing to do with us. But
No,
just,
not at all. I mean, sure, it taught all those scandalous scumbags that if they weren't scandalous scumbags, lying and being deceitful pieces of shit and delivering pretty much nothing but hate and deception for the last year,
that can weigh heavy.
person certainly, Luke, like charades dropped from day one. That kid was talking about addiction and crying for help. And when that happens around the night creeps, us white night creeps, the heroes of the day, Captain Save-A-Ho and his sidekick, Skippy.
Hey!
He's Skippy. He's Skippy. He's
Hey!
so weird.
So skip.
We engaged him in that. We did offer him support. And that literally, if you listen to any early things he was on with us, he expressed this stuff to us. There was foreshadowing, and we said, well, we can't wait to have these conversations with you. And that's the path we would have went with him, because whatever it is that a person wants to talk about is what we talk about around here. And he wanted to talk about his struggles, but he got wrapped up with a bunch of fucking snakes, and those snakes led him far down the wrong fucking path. So even if the curse did have something to do with that, it wasn't specifically for that. He wasn't supposed to die. Like, Jesus is just trying to teach them a lesson. That's all. Jesus did it to them. Jesus is part of the curses, you guys. You know, Jesus gives us the curse power. Also, other the Hindus, like there's just a lot involved, but we're not witches or nothing. We're not trying to do nothing mean. I want that known.
Yes.
This curse was a good thing, because all of you need to be humbled. You need perspective check. From Gino on down the line, you've all allowed a 7 viewership show to fucking live inside of your minds, and you've created these straw men villains out of us that you would allow to burn the fires of your own rage and insecurities. And it just wasn't us. It just wasn't us. It was all in your fucking heads. And yeah, we've just been sitting here laughing at yous for the last year and joking about it and watching your little pieces crumble with little things we say out of silliness.
Boom. Boom.
But that was all on you, is the point. We were just observers in this. We are just observers. I wear my sunglasses.
We're just watching what's going on. Just viewing all the chaos that's happening with people. And, you know, we have our own chaos, too. I mean, but
sure,
it's interesting where things have gone in a year, because it is almost a year since, you know, FGTZ fell apart and this whole journey started, with Night Creeps starting in a weird way. Because I was fine with Gino until like 2 or 3 Night Creeps in. And same thing with like all the other dudes too. Derek and all them. Although I will say this, I watched some of the old stuff. There was it was like the after party for the Halloween special from last year, or the Halloween episode of FGTZ, which I'm not sure where that Halloween episode is. I don't think that's up, or was that? I don't know what happened to that.
That must be on the recently revived From the Act of Kindness by Lou DeGod. His magnanimous act of kindness to return our 300 plus live shows dating all the way back to the FGTZ era. Public again. He has made them public again.
Dude, it's interesting to see some of that with the mixture of people in it, and the early jokes, and some of the jokes are the same for some people, and some.
Well, we could play at the end of this. I mean, I could let it roll out for the audience. I could play the Halloween special from last year. All FGTZ must die.
That would be
Could
nice.
be a little tail tag on.
That would be fun to listen to and kind of comment on a little bit, maybe.
Well, then I guess let's finish this conversation while I look for it.
Oh man. And so I was watching it was afterwards. I'm not sure if it was on the other channel, actually, the original BYB channel, or maybe Quadfather's channel. I'm not sure which one he was using at the time, but
it's the original one. It's both of them are gone anyway, aren't they? Well, his Quadfather channel's still there, actually. No?
Did that turned into the new BYB, I believe. I think that's what happened.
Did it? Because if it's there, then
because I think you were following it and you didn't know why, because you were following Quadfathers and he just changed the name of it. I'm pretty sure. So in the after or whatever special, I showed up and I was hanging out, and I realized, man, I was like really pounding on Derek pretty hard on that show. And I don't know if it pissed him off. It might have. But you have to understand that when I left in it was maybe June of last year, I had to take a break from shows and whatever, and he pretty much filled in right. He came in right after I stopped, And
I have the Halloween after party right here. It says the FGTZ very spooky Halloween after party.
the after party, but
Not
what
a
about the
show.
Halloween episode?
It's specific. I have the Halloween episode as well.
But isn't that it's after? That's the other one where you played it over again, the Halloween special, I think.
Right, that's the special, and then
Okay.
after the special, there is this, which I just sent to you in your thing. But this must be boring for people to listen to.
Oh, what,
Saying
me talking
right
about
now.
this?
What we're saying right now, we must be
Okay.
getting. This must be very boring.
Okay. Yeah, it probably is.
I'm not sure. What are we talking? Oh, no, not that. Not your story that you're telling about it, but the whole. Do we have the video or not currently in our possession part of the story that we're dwelling on?
Oh yeah. So anyway. So yeah, I was hammering on him pretty hard when that show, but it actually was a buildup of time. You think about it, I stopped in June, he showed up, and then from June till October 31st, the nighttime of October 31st, I had been in the chats. And, you know, I had some not built up animosity
Don't you
towards Derek.
curse, you
There was
bastard.
just sort of like, hey, you know, I haven't really mixed it up with him, but because I know the other guys so well, I feel like I've been here or and I feel like I got to make up for time. So I piled it all on. It was
I'll share it with the audience since we did talk about it. This is the show.
But anyway,
Luke's
we
talking
didn't
about
even address the comment down here by Tubby, and it's been a long time.
Which
up here.
one?
And the curse worked. It elevated Kevin Brennan in the news and knocked Gino
I thought
Chrissy,
that's what we've been talking about this whole time. you
Keanu
fool.
Chrissy right out of the news. Well, yeah, slightly, but we didn't really acknowledge his comment. And yes, I thought the same exact thing because we were flashing his picture, and I kept saying, "But he's a good guy. I wish good things for him. Like not him. He's not part of the curse or anything. I don't need protection from him. That's what I was saying. But it was like it's a substitute word. Protection was curse.
So you're
Sorry.
saying you snuck in there a little clause to get Kevin Brennan a boost? Because that would be a negative. That would be counter to the curse because then that would give Stephen Lewis a boost. Unless, of course, Kevin Brennan were to honor your magic and remove Stephen Lewis from MLC permanently, lest he be cursed by you. I mean, he might become afraid of you cursing him, and then he gets rid of it. So the Ouroboros, the snake eats its ass.
Yeah, no, possibly. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But again, it was just messing around, fucking around, and it's interesting how things work out sometimes. Tee-hee.
Well, I don't know that I agree with you on that point. I think it's quite dull
Thanks.
how things work out sometimes.
Well, sometimes you try you try to sometimes you put effort towards something, little effort towards one thing, and it really works, and you put a lot of effort towards another thing and it doesn't work. So it's just interesting that if that had anything to do with it, with the curse had anything to do with changing anyone else's tides and showing people's cards and revealing who they really are to others and making everyone cancel their compound subscription.
The whole
Interesting.
thing is a paid piece. It's either a paid quote unquote hit by somebody who just doesn't like him or really likes his brother Neil. There's a project we were working on. Were might be the wrong word for it, but this project had a very similar way of describing Kevin Brennan in just a douchey, comically passive-aggressive way. And that article was not a real article. Like whoever wrote that was not somebody who didn't know who Kevin Brennan is. Like they know everything about Kevin Brennan. Whoever
They were just
wrote that
waiting
article.
for something to kind of lash out at him. And it's hilarious, I think, that they're tagging him right to SNL. I mean, that's the biggest thing they can, so that's why. But it's SNL has a history of having certain people that have gotten canceled while they're on the show or even before they're getting on the show. So I wonder what they think about that, where their name is getting thrown into the mix there. I'm sure Sarah Silverman doesn't care because she's at least in there and she looks like, oh, see, I'm a victim because this mean man took my virginity. He's so terrible.
More victim talk.
Oh, but you're welcome, Kevin. You're
Well,
welcome. You were where the positive.
don't say you're welcome. He needs to pay back first. Look.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
curse
Well,
the both
that's.
of you. We're playing the game now. We're playing this dark magic game. Don't you double cross me with this Kevin Brennan character and try to like reward him and make it okay if he doesn't
Reciprocate.
Thank you. My
Yeah.
brain was stuck on recompensate. If he doesn't reciprocate and give back, he must give an offering lest he it's like that telephone thing. What is it where they say you gotta call 10 friends or else your penis will fall off?
Yeah.
Syphilis?
I get that message all the time, that chain letter email. Send this out to
Chain
50
letters.
people,
That's it.
or
That's it. I forgot.
got the sound of the chain letter. What the fuck is that? Yeah, so maybe our curse will work tonight. We didn't name any names, but you know who you are.
Well, it was more of I didn't want to say, but it was just a finishing off curse, only to those who deserve it.
Well, like I said, if we haven't done a show since the 13th, right? Not a night creeps. We did a no creeps, and we did maybe a Sunday service, right?
It's not the same. Night Creeps
No,
was on the 13th and the 31st.
that's right.
1331. Magic.
That's why we had to wait until this time to recharge everything, because it took a lot out that last time. But it was a lot of. I'm glad we had Charles here. He was here to anchor down the third part. So you
Mr.
need
Special Guest was great.
three witches. Mr. Special.
But hey, what can I say? We like the moon. The moony moon.
I'll tell you, the full moon the other night, that kind of, I don't know, it felt weird that day. So I don't know if it was that. But the night before that, I did a trunk or treat, and that was pretty cool. That was pretty fun.
I hate trunk or treat. I don't know why, but I just think it's the stupidest thing. Like if it was on Halloween with the trick or treating itself, then I would love it and think it's brilliant because it's these little depots where the kids, especially the ones who don't want to walk a lot and do a lot of trick or treating,
Like real small kids, yeah.
little small kids or lazy
Or
kids
special
or fat kids or tarded kids, they can all go to this trunk or treat, fill up their baskets, and then go a block or three if they want. Or
yeah.
the more adventurous kids who are going to be out there for 4 hours, just hitting every fucking house in town, they can get sacks of candy because they'll also have these depots to stop at and make it even more worth their effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just not enough time for trick-or-treating these days, it feels like.
No, we ran out of time. There was a couple houses we went to that had shut down already. I mean, it was already past 9, so they were shutting down. Oh, this one guy, he had already started taking stuff.
Terrible person. You went trick or treating past 9 p.m. I would pour boiling oil on you in Minecraft.
If you have your light on still, you're game, right? It's the porch light. You can still have your Halloween lights on and no porch light. And I'm like, all right, yeah, they're done for the night. So whatever.
No, that just means they didn't shut their fucking light off. That means that they sat down to watch TV. They forgot to shut their light off, and you're being a dick making them get up again. They're already eating out of that bowl of candy.
Yeah, probably. There was only really one house because the rest of them I knew. I was like, no, I can't go up there.
Now, back in the day, sure, we trick-or-treated till 10 p.m. That was when
you ran around, you did all kinds of shit, like whatever.
And that was great.
You started at 6.
Right
maybe.
when the light gets dark.
Yeah. Sun's going down. It's like, okay. I can see a little this much of the sun, and let's go. Let's start walking. Oh yeah, and even if you didn't eat dinner yet, you're like, yeah, whatever. It's not done. I'm out. See ya.
You
But then
know,
when someone gets a car, that's when you stop.
I actually do have a fun Halloween story because I
Okay.
was going to say, you know what I didn't see, which we saw a lot in our youth, was just random kids on their own trick or treating, and I only saw one this year. Out of like a fucking plethora, like I'm seeing thousands of people on the route, and then when we were there was just a lot of people out, and
Not
only
in my
one
neighborhood.
kid walking by himself, a future serial killer. He was in full. The kid couldn't have been like he was like 10 to 12, and he was walking by himself, dressed as Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
10 to
it was-
12? Wow. Nice.
Yeah, it was creepy.
cool. Was
I mean,
he
it could have
like
been a
actually
girl.
kind
I
of
don't want to gender
playing it a
whatever.
little?
I mean,
So I was like this, and I had my hat on, and I had a leather coat on, and I just sat still the entire time until people walked right up to me. Anyway,
and then you jump scared him. But halt,
A
that
little
wasn't
bit.
my story. The story was years and years ago, not back when I was a kid, but maybe 25 at oldest. Somewhere between 20 and 25. Somewhere between 20 and 23 actually. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
19 and 23. This is important.
okay.
'Cause I'm walking around. Whenever anthrax virus was a big threat,
Okay.
I went around with a
Oh,
fucking
no.
sign on my neck that said
Here we go.
anthrax with a biohazard sign. I was the anthrax virus. And I was just walking around with my friends collecting candy. And my friends were all degenerates. And some little kid, adorable kid, probably like 9, just comes strolling up by himself, and he's just super innocent. Hey, hi, what are you? And I'm like, oh shit. Even then, like I have a conscience I don't want to say. My friends are being all scumbags saying bad things in the background. And I'm like, I'm something terrible. Don't worry about it. And then I was like, where's your parents? And he goes, they didn't want to go trick or treat, and I'm all by myself. So what are you guys doing? Can I trick or treat with you? And I was like, ooh, you don't want to do that. I was like, where do you live? And the kid told me, he's like, this is like fucking 5-6 blocks away. And I just didn't feel safe with this kid walking up to people the way he was. And I'm like, if I walk away, he's gonna walk up to the next group. And I mean, we're
who
talking
knows who he's gonna mix
less
in
than
with?
a
Yeah,
mile away.
That's crazy. Oof.
in Lodi, because I was in Elmwood Park, New Jersey, when this
Yep.
happened. A mile away in Lodi is a trailer park full of pedophiles. So you just don't know, and all types of creepy stories from that area. So I was like, listen, I'll walk with you to your house, stop at houses on the way. We'll talk to your parents, and we'll ask them. And if they say so, you can. My assumption is no. They're going to, obviously, my assumption is not that I'm going to trick or treat with this child. My assumption is that I will bring him home to his parents. They will say, oh, thank you.
Yes.
Once they fucking hear what's going on, right?
Yes.
Well, and then they'll take their goddamn child out.
Yes.
Worst
on
case
in.
scenario,
Hey.
they'll say, yeah, go ahead. And I'll be like, all right, well, here's my name, here's this and this. And I'll fucking take the goddamn kid trick-or-treating if that were the case. But that was not expected. So anyhow, walk the kid home. Thankfully, he trick-or-treats a ton. And then he goes, get to his house. He's like, okay. I'm like, now listen, go get your parents. I'm like, have their parents come outside. I want to talk to them. Goes in and he goes, I see him point to the parents, points outside. They like act all weird and freak out. And I'm standing out there now for like 10 minutes, I feel like. And I'm getting annoyed now. Now I want to give these parents a fucking word. Like, I really want to say something to them because the whole time I'm walking back, I'm kind of seething that. Like, what kind of fucking, even this was even back then. What kind of fucking parents just let this little boy roam the streets looking for people to trick or treat with, strangers. So finally, I see the kid. I hear the kid crying, and I see like the mother spank him down the hallway because they let their front door open. It was the glass door.
What? Like,
Yeah. And
Is he
spanks
religious?
him towards me, and then he comes running down the hall, crying, sniffling. My mom said I can't trick or treat. I can't go trick or treat with you. I gotta go. And then he just leaves, and I was like, all right, I'm leaving now. But I'm not gonna go and ring the bell and yell at the mother at this point. But what kind of parent was that? It still perplexes me to this day, and also bothers me that the parents must have thought did you really think I was out there waiting to trick or treat with your kid, you fucking morons? When a person brings your child home, you speak to that person and find out how they got possession of your child, what their intents were. I might have been someone to worry about. They kept their child in more. I could have been some like sitting where I was. You know what I mean? I could have been that guy. And now I'm attached to this family, and now I'm like fixated on them.
Yeah, you don't know what kind of crazies you're letting your kid mix with. It's even back then. That's when it was really starting to get bad. I mean, really.
It's not an Ethan Hawke story, even though my hair.
Actually, it's always kind of been like that. Well, I feel like in the 70s and 80s, child predators and serial killers really increased. And just general chaos in general, it feels like. We've been kind of steamrolling towards full chaos point now. We'll see what happens. Maybe we can use some of our magic to help out. I don't know. See, that's good causes. Good reasons to do things like that, right? We're doing good things here at Night Creeps.
I would say, for some reason, I'm seeing you, Gino, when you and Frankie McDonald were together, you did a satellite on In Hot Water.
Yes.
Sorry, I was queuing up for when we're done yapping. I was queuing up the last year's Halloween special. Apparently, Frankie McDonald was there
For a little bit, probably. Yeah,
I don't know. Apparently, the first what do we got here? 10 minutes or so is just me and Frankie McDonald. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, really?
Then it's you and Frankie on In Hot Water.
Oh, what? It played. There was a clip of me?
I guess. Let's see what it is. Let's see what that clip is.
Here we go.
Let's just see.
Here we go. Actually, how does this one look? Is this one better? Ooh. I kind of like that.
I think the YouTube is almost actually ready.
Oh,
a quick round of guess
to upload that.
Jim, question for Luke.
Oh, I know what this is.
Oh, it's just a question for me about.
Jim, you had a question for Lucas. That's great. Let's get to the guest. Jim, question for Lucas. Nope. Now we'll get to Carl.
I have a question for you, Gino Bisconte. Will you play a quick round of Guess That Sound?
I would love to play a quick round of Guess That Sound, Jim.
All right. Are you ready? Here it goes. Would you like to hear it one more time?
I would like to hear. Yes, I would like to hear it again. By the way, otherwise I have to play Candyland. Go to back to you, Jim.
Try to do a little better this time.
I don't know what that is. Would you?
I know what it is.
Garrett actually knows what it is. Tell him, Garrett.
It's a skateboard with the dildo on it.
Nope. It's the sound of Lucas from the Bind raping a baby.
Oh,
so close.
Right there. Lucas from the Bind raping
a baby.
I
recognized it. It was.
I forgot about the skateboard.
It's a lot more
dildo.
pleasurable than that.
All right. Well, thank you so much,
one of those
Jim.
things that's going to haunt you later, Garrett.
Thank you so much, Jim. And remember to listen to the Fagoots podcast.
The Fagoots.
No, it's just too long.
Oh my God!
Wait.
So
hold
look,
on.
the spooky Jim
Now
from
it's
last
saying I can
Halloween
share a fucking video file.
is what became. You see in my name, I keep the fucking little things.
Yeah, they're
I've been
still
keeping
there.
them ever since Halloween. Like I ended up losing them at one point, so I recreated it. But
Yeah.
hey, there's the
funny.
OG.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
hilarious.
So what else do we have to talk about?
Oh, see, yeah, that's the audio play, yeah. And then nothing else to talk about. It's just fun to look back at all those, man. It's hilarious to see the lineups of people in there. It's great.
Yeah, lineups. Well, then who was the lineups of this special? Do you recall?
Of this, what we're doing right now, Mr. Special Guest, and me.
Well,
and
it
you
had
and
all the
Ghost of Luke Perry and Ghost of Matt
the fucking
Perry,
FGTZ special. You flute.
Oh,
This
it was
one on the screen.
Quad Father, of course, Jimmy Grins, Luda God, Jerry Shepardini, Damian Rogers, was Stone? Yeah, Stone was there.
Miss Stone, Bradley Williams,
Charles,
Mr. Special Guest, Branduntz, no, wait, he didn't get a line in there, did he? Yeah, he did. He got a line. He got a line.
He got a line in the
cameo
audio
from
play.
Bruce.
I got a line in there.
FGTZs of the day got an appearance. You're in it as a you're the villain. You're a monster.
And in a way, I came in as a villain. Apparently, shaking things up.
We're
with the
on
other
shows
boys.
prior to this. We did plenty. We appeared places. This is just your first. This is just you. You weren't a member of FGTZ at the time, were you?
No, and I always had said I was like I wasn't a full member.
You never were you?
I used to say that. I was like, yeah, I'm not really in FGTZ because I wasn't. I said I'll have a pod rants, and that's where that's kind of where I jump in every once in a while. I would I join in on the shit
on the FGTZ.
Yeah, and I would show up here and there, but I try,
Listen, if you were on FGTZ, you'd be in this thing and not just a monster. So you're right when you said it. You'd be one of the characters getting murdered somewhere.
Exactly. See, I didn't get murdered. I continued on.
All right, well, let's put a curtain up.
Okay.
Let's put a
curtain. Why?
Curtain up. So that just trying to figure out what to do, what way to put this stupid thing.
The best way.
That's probably better. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work, right?
Sure.
Boop. You really think they want to look at us? We look like we're kissing down here.
All right.
Here we go. I'm going to mute my mic and I'm going to relax a minute.
You could do something like this.
Well, that's ridiculous.
We're in this.
Where are you?
My flight got canceled.
Well, I'm already with Whedon, Stone, and Lou. We'll be landing and meeting with the rest soon. Hurry up and get here.
What do you want me to do? Run there?
God damn it, Derek. Do whatever you have to do.
No legs.
Fuck you, Jim.
And do what he had to, he did. Derek No Legs of the world-famous FGTZ podcast set off on his electric wheelchair to meet with his fellow broadcasting superstar homies for the most epic and exciting event of both their professional and personal lives. But little did he know, as we all so often forget, nothing is quite what it seems, and the unknown lurks around every darkened corner, waiting to rip us from the comfort of our best laid plans. For Derek and his broadcasting buddies, hell lies waiting. But for now, it'll have to wait a little longer.
No way, they got us a limo with one of those drivers with the sign that says FGTZ on it and everything. Sweet.
All right, lads. America at last. Let's get this fucking party started.
Yeah, let's go suck cocks with our cocks out.
How about no?
You
Nice
party how
microphone.
you like. I'll party how I like.
Hey, Damien, is this your first time visiting California?
Shut the fuck up, new guy. Don't address me by my first name. Nobody gave you permission to do extra.
Oh, wait a
Oh.
minute.
Yeah, Brandon didn't get to do. He just didn't. He said he was going to do it. I ended up writing the fucking line for him.
Mm-hmm. And then the rest of it's like, shut up, new guy, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to write him out of it. That's right. So we forgot Jerry was in it, and Brandunce was not in it. Okay.
No, I said Jerry.
Position.
I think I said Jerry.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I forgot.
Oh.
Bradley might want your mouth open, but we don't.
I would not put my dick in the new guy's mouth. I don't even like him that much.
And when has that stopped you before?
I mean, I usually don't stop unless there's a restraining order.
So how much longer until these fuckers get here? Cock's in or out? I'm ready to get drunk.
Aren't you drunk already?
Drunker.
His delivery is great, man, Jerry.
I should show you the raw files.
Oh, I bet. But Bradley,
A lot of work done to this.
yeah, I'm sure.
Is this fucking thing over yet?
We literally just got off the goddamn plane, Lou. No, this fucking thing isn't over yet.
Well, hurry it up already. I'm bored.
Only the boring are bored, Lou.
Shut the fuck up, Charles. You've never had sex with a woman.
What the fuck are you bringing that up for?
Oh, trust me. It needed to be said. It's pretty essential to the...
Would you two cut it out already? We've got a show in less than 3 hours. How about we try to prepare a little?
Do we even have a plan for tonight's show?
Do we ever have plans for these stupid shows?
You fucking piece of shit. There's always a plan for these shows. The plan is for me to come up with a plan and for the rest of you to shit all over it.
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Back outside of the limousine,
It's all true.
Damien, Stone, Jerry, Bradley, and the new guy await them fellow FGTZ fellows.
All right, new guy. Today's your big day. Not only is this your first show with us, but it's also our first live show in front of an audience. No pressure, but if you fuck this up, I'll kill you.
Yep. No pressure whatsoever.
Oh,
You'll be fine. Just drink a few
You
liters
have-
of vodka before each show like me, and you won't even notice how bad you're doing.
Don't listen to Jerry, new guy. He needs to be drunk or else he's nearly mute like Jodie Foster in that movie with Liam Neeson's penis.
Thanks, Bradley. You're always the voice of reasonable insanity.
Want to make out?
Do I have to?
Do you want to keep your job on the FGTZ podcast?
Bradley, are you hitting on the new guy again?
No.
You better not be. We had a talk about this.
Wow, these sponsors are really shelling it out. Limo and all, huh? Did Jerry drink it dry yet?
Don't worry, Mr. Stone. I left more than enough for you to make your fruity little martinis.
What the fuck? There's nothing gay about a martini. It's a very classy drink.
Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say anything about gay. I was talking about those apple teenies you drink.
Oh, well, my mistake then.
Those apple teenies you drink because you're gay.
Can everyone just get in the goddamn limo already? We got a schedule to keep.
Oh, no. Fuck.
What?
It's Bruce with a whole bunch of luggage about to cross the street.
Who the fuck invited Bruce?
Hey, guys. I made it. Oh, my God. Bruce was just hit by a bus and now he's dead.
Yay.
Moments later, in the FGTZ limousine,
Just kidding.
the gang begins their evening festivities.
Well, even though I don't drink, I'm going to make an exception right now because this trip is already off to a smashing start.
Too soon, Lou. Too soon.
So, does anyone know anything about this death metal band we're supposed to be hosting an album release party live
Death metal
podcast thing
band?
for?
I know it's at a strip club and Whedon's gonna get a boner.
You're goddamn right, I am.
Beyond that, I really know nothing except for they're paying us a whole lot of money.
When do we get paid, by the way?
You say one more thing before the montage, new guy, and I will cut your fucking tongue out.
Yeah, and then I'll do sex in you.
Hey, driver, can you drive a little faster?
Now I gotta say I'm excited to hear the montage because doing an audio montage. I'm sure that was a task. I'm excited to see how that plays out. But boy, was Brandon in it much more than I recall.
Yeah, maybe he just missed a line or something, and you had.
I think that's what it was. I couldn't get him to do that last line, so I had to.
Say one more thing for the montage, you guy, and I will cut your fucking.
I like Bradley's delivery of.
And then I'll do sex in you.
Now,
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I'll do sex in you.
I was being a little overcritical.
No,
I think. But.
No, you weren't. I'll show you the raw. Bradley was the worst. I had to. It's like an hour and a half to film to record his shit, and everybody else took like 5 to 15 minutes, and it was a nightmare. But you were going to say something?
Yeah. I mean, he was overly critical of me all the time, so I tend to kind of go a little over.
Too bad you weren't like. Well, I guess actually, maybe you do get to kill him. Let's see. Oops, I pressed my mute button instead of the play button.
Really know nothing except for they're paying us a whole lot of money.
When do we get paid, by the way?
You say one more thing before the montage, new guy, and I will cut your fucking tongue out.
Yeah, and then I'll do sex in you.
Hey, driver, can you drive a little faster? If I don't see some strippers soon, I'm going to kill every last one of these idiots.
If this were a movie, we would now be at the traveling montage. You would be seeing scenes of the FGTZ limousine traveling to its destination, and Derek diligently in his electric wheelchair, making his way. The final scene of this montage would be of the limousine slowly pulling up to what appears to.
So I'm going to pause there and say, I was excited to see how I handled it. Be
an abandoned warehouse.
Were you rushing to finish this?
Yes.
No, Charles, no. I think I was just more excited to use. Well,
I didn't realize that. He was like, "Yes."
Yeah, it's not even that actually. There was supposed to be a visual component to this. I was I was supposed to try at least to get some kind of visual component. So
like an animation.
An animation, or at least a shitty animation.
Yeah.
You know,
like a South Park kind of shit. You know,
without moving mouths, even just sort of like a few different still pictures here and there, some movements over, but that never happened.
Zoom in
and then I really wanted to use that Milo and Otis song to make fun of Derek's legs or lack thereof. So it's just too insidey of a joke there, the montage. That's why I'm just a little disappointed. I wish I had done something neat. I wish I had pulled off a neat trick, but I didn't, in my opinion, with that montage. For instance, the opening scene really felt like the opening of a movie, like one of those shitty, like National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation almost. You know what I mean? Like pulling into the airport and Chevy Chase is coming out full of blue toilet water. You can almost get that kind of a vibe going, which is what I was going for. So I'm pleased that I pulled that off orally, but I'm not.
Yeah,
pleased.
maybe some more like sound effects and having it flow under what you were saying.
Having laughter from the limo of the people of us partying. Sounds of Derek's wheels. There could have been so much more.
Bottles
done.
Clinking, or something. Yeah.
And you know what? I'm sure that was planned. And you're probably right. There was a time constraint involved. Much like I finished this Halloween story right before the show, literally 10 minutes prior. I finished this actually. Well, as you can see, I finished it an hour negative because the show was running for an hour before we even played it because it was still processing to YouTube. So,
Yes! Boobies! At last!
Charles Whedon just tripped on the curve.
Yes, Bradley. Everyone can clearly see that right now.
I'm just making sure.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I think I just scraped my knee.
Guys, you sure we're in the right place?
This does not look like any strip club I've ever seen. Hold on a second. Hey, driver.
Where the hell did the goddamn limo go? You guys better not be fucking with me. There better be naked women behind those doors.
I'm sure it's some hipster thing. I've been to tons of parties like this.
You've never even been to one party, you cunt.
Yes, I have. Remember when I showed you that picture?
Bradley's right. This place is perfect for
That's
a
a
death
true
metal
story.
album release party live podcast thing. Let's get in there so Whedon can finally see some titties. Man has been waiting 36 years.
37 and no. I'm not going in that godforsaken looking place.
Don't be such a pussy, Charles. Your fate awaits behind those doors.
The only fate that awaits behind those doors is getting murdered, raped, and eaten by cannibal mutant weirdos. No thanks. Have fun. I'll wait here until I know it's clear.
Fine, nerd. You stay here. I'm lighting this joint and putting an end to this stupid shit.
Well, if you're lighting a joint, obviously I'm going to follow you, pervert.
You sure you're good out here? It's almost as spooky as whatever's inside that place.
I'm sure.
That cunt drove off with the alcohol, so I don't have a choice. See ya.
You guys go ahead. I'll hang back with Whedon. Just hurry the fuck up and let us know the second you see a nipple.
All right, let's get to the drinks before Jerry's liver starts crying, you guys.
Yeah, let's party.
Shut the fuck up, new guy.
The FGTC boys leave their two fragile or wise companions behind as they enter the spooky, abandoned-looking warehouse in search of a party. And oh, what a party they would find.
What the fuck? Did that door just lock behind us?
Who gives a shit, matey? Obviously, we're in the right place. It's got strobe lights.
I'm not so sure that means we are where we want to be. This whole situation is a little too spooky for my taste.
Do you think...
Shut the fuck up, new guy. I smell something.
What is it, Jerry? What do you smell?
It's vodka, boys, and it's right down that hall.
Down the hall they went, but no vodka was found.
Like a
Just
bloodhound.
another hall. And then
I swear I smell it. My nose never fails me when it comes to alcohol. It's just down the other hallway. I know it.
And down that hallway they went, and then another one. Another one. Another one.
Okay, we must be walking in a circle or something. How many hallways that go nowhere can one building have?
Probably just this last one. I'm sure.
No, let's just stop 1 second and regroup. Damien is right. This is way too many fucking hallways.
Yeah, you heard Stone. I'm right. There's too many hallways. Maybe we just...
Oh, what is that now?
Maybe it's Whedon and Luc finally not being pussies.
Yeah, I kind of doubt that.
Hold up. I get it now. This is like some horror movie themed escape room thing.
If this was a horror movie, I'm pretty sure the new guy would die first.
Are horror movies upside down in Australia too, Damien? They always kill the black guy first. Sorry to say it, Stone, but I'm completely and totally 100% safe.
And of course that means the new guy is not safe at all. As a bolt rips through his eye and his lifeless body falls to the ground. The
Nice.
black-hooded killer drops his crossbow and picks up an axe before saying,
You see, there was supposed to be there's like 3 or 4 sound effects that just somehow completely got forgotten there. And
Like
it's
an
a
axe
big,
and-
it's a big, the bolt, the fall, the axe. You'll see there where they need to be later. But that really annoyed me when I realized it afterwards. I was like, motherfucker. Because I guess I don't know how I missed it, but it bothers me. So far that and the montage. This bothers me. The montage could have been better. But to my memory, that's all I was dissatisfied with for the most part. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if that holds true.
Falls to the ground. The black hooded killer drops his crossbow and picks up an axe before saying, "Run!"
Obviously, you cunt!
The killer.
I love that. Obviously, you cunt. That was Luke's first line, or is it your only line?
I think I have one later on. Yeah,
But even though he's the killer in this story, is that's
drops
his line.
his crossbow and picks up an axe before saying, "Run!"
Obviously, you cunt!
The killer hacks up New Guy's body as the three FGTZ boys flee down yet
Missing hacking noises there too.
another hallway, and another one, and another.
Oh, you need me in the nuts.
New Guy's dead. Dead? What?
No time to explain. Run!
And now more running through more hallways until finally a dead end. The footsteps have stopped. All goes quiet.
The footsteps have stopped.
All has gone quiet.
I'm lighting another joint. This is stupid.
What's stupid? That we're gonna die?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid. Let me get ahead of that.
Wonder if Whedon and Lou are okay.
I'm telling you, these guys are all drunk and forgot. No one is coming back for us.
And I've been telling you, let's just go in there and find them. I'm getting cold out here. I gotta take a shit.
You're 90% shit, Lou.
You're 100% virgin. Now come on. Let's see if we can pay one of these strippers to fix that.
Fine.
The delivery there from Lou is spot on.
There was some. Yeah, that was good. That's good.
It's
scene between the
wonderful.
two. Yeah.
Charles, Whedon, and Lou make their way into the abandoned warehouse. And then, just like for their friends before them, the door slams shut and locks itself.
Uh-oh.
The two now stand facing a most critical decision.
Now what?
Now we choose left or right.
You know, I don't care for politics, Lou. Since when do you care about all that left and right-wing bullshit anyway?
I'm talking about the hallways. Do we go left or right?
Well, the left hallway looks really nice, almost too nice. Like it's desperately trying to get you to walk down it. And the one on the right does look pretty scary, but it also looks like a pretty straightforward path to free.
You know what? I'm tired of all this.
Now you see, and I'll take it back for the punchline. Poor had this little political gayness in there. Oh, hello, Adam Vegeta.
Yeah, I was looking at some his
N-T. Cunt to you too, sir, ma'am.
Cunty
Yeah,
morning to you.
Little politics in there, but also Lou's reaction is his true life reaction. So I was working that in there. But also to give you another idea of when you said about some of their deliveries, and when I said some of it was choppy. Not Whedon. Whedon was great, but he did stumble on one of these words here, and you'll hear it's edited. Like the S from the beginning of the word was put on the end of the word. So not only was there a lot of editing to do with most of these people, there was even some of that kind of editing to do, like make up fucking words. It was
all right,
not very easy.
And the one on the right does look pretty scary, but it also looks like a pretty straightforward path to free.
You know what? I'm tired of all this thing.
Hold on.
To walk down it, and the almost too nice. Like it's well, the left hallway looks really nice.
Do we go left or right?
I don't want to hear it.
Well, the
I don't
left
remember
hallway
where the
looks
word
really
was.
nice.
God
Almost
damn it.
too nice. Like it's desperately trying to get you to walk down it. And the one on the right does look pretty scary, but it also looks like a pretty straightforward path to free.
You know what? I'm tired of all this thinking. Let's just go left.
Left it is. You know, I really wish Derek made it on time. I wonder where he is.
I bet he didn't even leave his house.
Unfortunately for all involved, Derek did leave his house, and as the storm rages, he carries on, traveling across the country in his electric wheelchair. Meanwhile, back at the abandoned warehouse, Jerry, Bradley, Stone, Damien, and Jim still search for their freedom.
My mom said coming to America.
Now you see, much like you, Derek was a cameo. Because neither of you were members of FGTZ at that time, and really that was close to, this was basically at the end. I mean, I don't know how somehow I became the bad guy to Derek when everybody he's with now hated him, voted him out of the thing, wanted nothing to do with him. And I said, guys, like to them in private, and then we all said it to him to his ears. Like, they're all voting you out, but I'm fucking insisting you stay. Somehow in his head, I became some kind of a bad guy because he just couldn't. I don't understand. It's very weird. It's all like, again, it's this whole, all these people made these things up in their head. It's not for me to understand.
Well, I told you too. Did you look at that other video I told you about the other day when it was you, where they were saying that you were holding them back?
No, I didn't, but I do remember it because was my response hilarious laughter and then yelling?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that being like, that was one of the funniest things I ever heard. And then I think that was the moment where I said, there's no quote unquote saving these people as far as who they are and their abilities to take something to the next level, to actually be refined and decent. Like, they're actually just like psychopaths and garbage people. That was like the final straw, like that they were just complete trash people. Because that all stemmed from, I believe you said there was FGTZ series 2, which was when Bradley was just fighting because he wanted to be the star. And it was like, guy, I'm not the one who chooses who the fucking star is. I'm a guy. I'm more like a producer. I would constantly say, I want to be fifth mic. Everything we're doing, I've been here and done it worse. It's ridiculous, but this is like kind of, it was supposed to honestly be like the next generation version of what me and Lou and Stone.
And that was what it was too. It's like, yeah, Jim's not here to make you better. He's here to hold you back. And your reaction was like, no other man shouldn't be another man's responsibility to make you better. Or, you shouldn't be looking to anyone else to make you better. And if you do get better because of what's going on, you're fucking welcome. But it's true. It's because they want, you have to stretch yourself and put yourself under fire sometimes in order to grow. That's the only way to do it.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I was unmuted the whole time. Again, Mr. Special Guest says it all the time. He's a complete autistic person with social anxiety disorders to the extreme. One of the more extreme cases. And from 10 plus years of just bullshitting and being put under the fire by me, but in shows with Lou and Stone,
Yeah.
That has literally something's happened. I just noticed my camera's frozen on a very ugly looking face.
I can see
that is literally there we go. Unfrozen, a worse. Changed Mr. Special Guest. It literally made a socially awkward introvert be a less socially awkward introvert. And I think in a very good way. Look, it's benefited him in his online communities, like in all the gaming worlds. Like he has a social life, Mr. Special Guest. He actually has a pretty large social life. And now he navigates that better because of doing these silly little shows where he is constantly made to feel uncomfortable, but in a safe and friendly manner.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
I would look. It stems with me from a dead man. When should men make you better? When you're a child. Men should make you better when you're a child.
Well, it's like the Indian Hinduism kind of does a thing where they separate the life into 3 parts. It's like in the beginning, you're like you're kneeling down like a camel, and you're getting loaded with all the knowledge and all, the tools you need to make it through life. And then eventually you stand up and have to walk the path and get through life and get to that shit, and having to, it's like continually build yourself. Or if you never got the chance to build yourself, at some point it's hard to do that.
Story in the I was literally in the middle of presenting a statement, and you've gone on this long ass tangent. I would be so apt to hear what you're saying if I were not literally in the middle of talking about a dead man who fucking taught me stuff. Like, you literally jumped right in the middle of that and told some bizarre story, weirdo. As I was saying, a man made me better when I was a child. That's when men make you better. Another grown man. And I don't even remember the fucking relevance. What were you? Oh, yeah, being put under the fire. So this man, Andy, my friend Eddie's older brother, he was like 30. I remember I was, by the time, I smoked weed with him when I was 11. I knew him before that. And knowing him, this guy would just throw us into all types of situations. He would verbally abuse the shit out of us. They'd punch the shit out of us, all of his friends, until we can take it. And you understand? Like, it wasn't like this bullying thing. It was so you could take it. Another example of that would just Assassin, an old hacky sack game we'd play in the hood. Joey C, you little bitch N-word, thinking you're from the hood. You ain't from the hood. You ain't never played hacky sack assassin, bitch. And that's where you stand in a fucking sewer ditch, a sewer tunnel, and you play hacky sack. And if you drop it, you get fucking hit really fucking hard in the face or the chest or the stomach or the arms or whatever. Especially if you've done a bunch and then you drop it, you're gonna fucking get hit by multiple people at once.
Fuck yeah.
You
want to drop that shit in that nastiness?
You don't fucking drop that hacky sack. You understand? We were like hacky sack masters in that little sewer tunnel. And
Batman being turned into a ninja.
Maybe, I don't know. But that's my point is that's my MO. What you interrupted was me giving essentially my essence. What you went and told your weird story in the middle of is from that being put under the fire by that group of older dudes. I have the brother were in their 30s, late 20s, but still we were like young as fuck. He was his way older brother. That made me able to then, when I went to school, high school in the ghetto, and I'm fucking like being ribbed, quote unquote, every day, you've got to have comebacks or you get your ass kicked. So thankfully I had Andy's early guidance in the art of shit talking.
Ball busting. Breaking balls and busting bum
Spits. In Passaic, New Jersey, high school, I'm telling you, It was hacky sack assassin, but with ball busting. If you didn't ball bust, you got your fucking ass kicked. But if you ball bust good, like if you throw a shitty joke, you're getting your ass kicked. If your joke is good, everyone cracks up. You become legend until the next incident.
Until 5 minutes from now. Maybe 2. All right, so let's get back into this, maybe. Oh.
Cocks and tits. I fucked my mic a second. Yeah, let's finish this.
Still.
Because I need to watch some horror movies. I don't care what Mr. Special Guest was saying. It's still Halloween until I go to sleep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Still the same day.
Damn
Good night,
Skippy. Good night, Tubbs. No, Tubby, stay. You're about to hear Lou die soon. Just stay. Stay awake, you dumb little piece of shit. Stay awake another fucking... This thing's like 10 more minutes long. We won't talk. Stay awake, you fucking jerk off. Confirm you're awake or we're going to keep talking. No, it's not been fun. You're never welcome again. I hate him. I hate him. I'm in the wrong chair.
My mom said coming to America was a bad idea. I knew I should have never listened to Eddie Murphy. He sucks tranny toes.
You can't say tranny toes anymore, Jerry. Those are lady toes now.
Oh no, I've seen the pictures. Those were definitely tranny toes.
Are you two morons really arguing about tranny toes? We need to find a way out of this place, damn it.
Look, over here. I think I see something.
What is it? Another fucking hallway? Are there even any doors in this building?
How's Jim Morrison gonna save us? He's dead!
Maybe he's a ghost and he will light our fires with his ghost magic.
And then what?
And then we win!
God, I fucking hate you. I really hope the killer gets you next.
Wow, that's rude. I hope the killer kills you next, jerk.
Oh my god, the killer just killed Jerry in the head with an axe. Why did you wish he was killed next, Bradley, you idiot?
I was only kidding!
Once again, the FGTZ gang runs as the masked killer steps over Jerry's lifeless body and begins his pursuit.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Circus music? What is this, some kind of sick game?
Damn it, Jim. Get a hold of yourself.
I don't know what kind of game is being played right now, but we're going to win it.
Guys, over here! I found the exit! Oh! I took an arrow to the knee! Oh! Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh!
Pinned to the wall with arrows, Bradley screams in agony as his friends rush to help. Before they can reach him, the killer, having picked back up his trusty axe, steps out of the shadows and obstructs their path.
It's the killer!
And he's obstructing our path.
Hang in there, Bradley. We got this.
No! The exit's behind you! Just leave me! Run!
No, you guys run. I got this.
Jim, no!
I got us all into this. Now it's up to me to get us out. What's left of us anyway. You guys go. I'm gonna show this motherfucker why he shouldn't have fucked with the FGT.
Really was taking a long time with that.
Let's go.
With no other choice but to leave their friend hanging, Stone and Damien run for the door, only to turn a corner and be met with the ultimate horror.
Rude.
Oh, dear God.
No! No! Lou!
He hangs upside down, blood pouring from his body and off his head like a faucet. His genitals removed from their usual home and neatly placed in the pool of blood below him.
That's his wiener.
Help me.
He's still alive. We'll get you down from there, Lou.
Why did that just feel very bad?
Because it most definitely is.
Uh-oh.
Fuck this shit.
Come on, there's nothing more we can do.
The exit's just over there.
What if Whedon is in here?
And what if he's not? How about we check outside first and reassess if he's not out there still waiting?
Lou shit himself to death.
Don't like that at all.
Hello, little girl? Are you okay?
As Mr. Stone and Damien approach the sound of the crying girl, they soon realize that is no little girl at all. It's Charles Whedon.
Wait a second. That's no little girl. That's Charles Whedon.
Shit. Charles, quick. Take my hand. We're getting out of here.
As Stone reaches for Charles Whedon, the killer returns.
Let's go!
As Charles Whedon's cries turn to sour laughter, he rises to face his would-be saviors.
I don't know what's so funny, but if we don't move now, we're all dead.
He's clearly delirious. Charles, there's a giant guy in a hood with a chainsaw trying to kill us.
You're even dumber than I thought, you FGTZ geeks. I'd like you guys to meet my cousin, Robert Patrick.
Like from Terminator?
No, not like from Terminator.
Now, quickly, I gotta say, this is taken. I'm sorry, Tubbsy. I mean, Lou's dead now, so I mean, you can leave, but still, there's like 3 minutes left or so. But this was taken from an old story with me, Lou. I believe Stone was in it. Charles, God bless you. Charles Whedon was in it, and then instead of everybody from FGTZ was somebody from Geeks of the Round. It was a short story somebody paid me to write, and it was called All Geeks Must Die. It was like 25, 30 pages or so. And it was originally two cousins that he had, Robert and Patrick.
Oh.
Yes, but now, and it might have even been a different, maybe it was Robert Patrick and Patrick. It might have been two different names. I don't recall. I'd have to look at it. But anyway, for this, it was for you to play the part. It was changed into just one character. I think even in this iteration, it was two up until the very end. But anyway, here we go. The conclusion.
Geeks, I'd like you guys to meet my cousin, Robert Patrick.
Like from Terminator?
No, not like from Terminator. Robert Patrick Whedon, you idiot.
The killer rips off his hood, revealing a twisted mongoloid face and a terrifyingly familiar accessory.
Oh my god, he's wearing Jim's beard.
Robert Patrick's chainsaw rips through Damien's flesh. When Stone watches on in horror. When the body is more resemblant to ground beef than to human form, the saw stops its gnawing, and Charles Whedon approaches.
Why, Charles? Why are you doing this?
I'm not doing this. I did this. And I did it because you guys are all a bunch of fucking assholes. You always make fun of me for being a virgin. I've had enough. Did you ever stop to think that maybe me being a virgin is a choice? Well, I am content with that choice.
Once more the chainsaw roars, tearing through the top of Stone's skull. He says as he leaves this place.
All right, that's that. Go gather up all the meat, cousin. We're having one hell of a family barbecue when we get back home.
Can eat now? Apples and oranges.
Just one, and be sure to save the dark meat for Grandma. She'll kill us both if you don't. I'm gonna go get washed up. Enjoy.
The demented and deformed cousin Whedon begins feasting on the pulp that once was FGTZ podcaster Damien J. Rogers, as Charles makes his way to clean the mostly metaphorical blood from his hands.
Ah, that's much better. It felt gross just breathing the same air as those dullards.
As Charles Whedon makes his way down a hellish hall of his own design, a sudden chill ripples through his flesh. Something isn't right. Something feels off. And then a sound.
Robert, is that you?
A figure emerges from the shadows. Soon the dimly lit hallway reveals all.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Bradley, no, not you. Anyone but you.
A deformed head rolls down the hallway, presumably seeking the rest of its body as Bradley runs toward Charles with the very same axe that killed his friends.
I was in love with you, Charles Whedon! Sexually and romantically!
What? Really? Where the fuck did that come from? Ew!
As the words leave his mouth, the axe sweeps through his neck. A second later, his head hits the ground with a thud and rolls a few feet to meet with his cousin. Bradley, too, falls another moment later, first to his knees, then flat on his face. The air in his lungs becomes harder to collect. His vision fades. Thoughts of a white picket fence and adopted children fill his head, but only briefly, as the last bit of life leaves his body. And then there were none. Except for Derek, who still so diligently zips along on his electric wheelchair. We're gonna take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today. We're gonna take a walk outside today. Gonna see what we can find today.
Look, that's funny. There's another Eric, another error. Brandon, the new guy, is listed as Bradley, the new guy, featuring Derek No Legs. You know, it's funny what you were talking about with the holding me back stuff.
Yeah.
The whole fucking Bradley was like the main, you know what I'm saying? Like the final girl, like character. He's just a psycho, delusional fucking wackadoo. It really, there was an episode, The Curious Cat, Pug-Nosed Pup. It goes to one of the same episodes around when you're talking about, and Bradley was crying, saying I sabotaged him and set him up because I mentioned Jerry's name before his. It's a real thing. It really actually happened, and like that's how I was holding him back, going after him, and that's what justified this steam. What do you call it? Steamrolling, railroading of this alleged. Yeah, ask Jim why he doxes people. Where they all called in the wet spot with this ridiculous question.
Attempted character assassination. It's, well, I mean, hey, they did a little number, I guess, but not really, because it kind of, it's like now everything's close to even anyway, whatever.
And there was a sequel to this, written fully as a story, which ends with the night creeps, to be honest. But
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We were talking about that, but
and there's a chunk of the script of that was written, and it had written out all of those. It could still be done.
Actually, it could
everybody who's here is,
it could be a sequel to the first one, but a prequel to this one that we did tonight. You know,
very true.
Origin of the Night Creep.
I could position how Mr. Special Guest is a paranormal expert, and Mr. Stone is a psychic. Was that clear in the story? Because he was a psychic character. He had psychic powers. Oh yeah, he was chanting.
He had some sort of crazy, mysterious powers.
That story was retarded.
It was fun.
It was fun for what it was. I was aiming for the one room. I listened to a lot of these old radio plays from back in the day. Last year, really, I listened to a lot of them. I was obsessed. And, they're very limited in location. And
Tubby's got me with the egg sandwiches. I'm like, man, I wish I could have.
I sure could go for an egg sandwich. Well, let's, with this theme song, let's end this show here. This might be the longest creep of the night we've done. And I'm gonna watch something scary.
Oh yeah, man. This is the longest Night Creeps that we've ever done. I'm pretty sure.
Episode 11 might be longer.
Maybe. Which you can see all the episodes of Night Creeps now.
Yeah, mostly.
Big chunk of them on In Lieu of Entertainment. And then the rest here on DJR Network. We should definitely make a playlist with them all.
Definitely should. There's, I think episode 26 doesn't exist at all because it's No Creeps episode 1. Oh, there's some sort of thing like that. But you might find one. But there are 2 episode 19s. There's 19 and then 19 again.
Again, yes. The first 19, I think, had was Bobby Tamburo our guest on that one? No.
It might have been, but only one way to find out. Go check out In Lieu of Entertainment, which now houses our content.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's over now.
That's all over now. It's all
That's
over
over now.
Happy Halloween.
Good night.
Human beings. See
Don't
you guys
puke.
next time.
Good night.
Night
Thanks for listening. Night
Run. She runs. You better all run.
Run, Derek. Run. Run.
That's so rude. Run.
Run your mouth. That's what he does now.
Oh, his mouth. That's why he does it so much.
Yeah. Making up for lost limbs.